got spammed in that mirror and Betty, it's up for renewal. In fact, it's like due, and it expires the next January. Talk with the contact there, grace period. So we got 40 minutes. I remember when that went through a couple of years ago, he was playing it. Okay. Like your calendar. Yeah, and I think when you're doing virtual sometimes. Well, let me know if there's anything I can help you with. No, feel free to seal. Yeah. Feel free to use whatever you need.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. How's things with you?
Pretty good.
Anything exciting for New Year's?
No. Just had a really nice steak dinner and had my annual toast.
Nice. I was dealing with a double ear infection on my son and a case of strep throat on him as well.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, then you probably wouldn't want to hear what my annual toast is.
Sure, go for it.
May this next year be even more interesting than the last.
Well, it kind of started out that way, yeah. Well, Spree and Basil are going to be a little bit late, but that's okay. And same thing, Clonal, I guess, Silver is not going to be here at all. It'll be Steely coming in with J-Pop to play for him. So we're doing some shuffling tonight.
I see.
That's all right.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
We have you two. The whole it'll be fine now.
Easy. I don't remember this one at all.
I had to reread it in order to remember it, but once I did, I remembered it.
Weird how that works.
Well, it's one of those that the name is like, this doesn't sound familiar at all, and then you read the little intro fiction for it, and it's like, I don't remember this at all. And then you read the first scene, it's like, I remember this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for some reason, like season 1 or season 9 rather is way more sticky in my memory than season 10. Like
Agreed.
I remember the first one and the last one, I think, and not even all of either of those.
The one that sticks out to me the most in 10 is the first one, because obviously you're doing all the dirty... Oh, no, I take that back. It'd be 6 of 9. That one sticks out the most of me. But then you've got the... oh, crap. Which one was it? I forgot it. It doesn't stick out in my head anymore.
Well, it doesn't stick out that far. Emmer did.
Obviously. I just had it a second ago, and then it completely disappeared on me.
Oh, it'll come back.
I know. I'm going to have to look it up now. Ah, yes. The next one, Get Bento. That one's the one that sticks out a lot for me. That and Death's Daily Business, which is the Assassin's one, which that one's just pretty much standard.
Yeah, that's the one that I remember most.
if Get Bento is the one I think it is, we had when I ran it at the convention, or when I was in it at the convention at Gen Con, we had a lot of fun with it.
Get Bento is one of those fun ones, yes. This one actually can be really fun also.
I want to play a not fun one.
All right, well, in that case, we're just going to go up against the Renraku Red Samurai, and I'm just going to keep on adding a die every time you kill somebody to everybody's dice pool.
Sweet. I like this. Let's do it.
And not just one dice pool, every dice pool.
Yes. And that includes other players too, right?
Well, no.
Oh.
It keeps on getting harder for you.
All right, so this is an endurance match.
This is an endurance match, exactly. And you guys better be meticulously tracking your ammo.
Wow, that's easy. It's just a club. Infinite ammo.
Oh yeah, there's a stamina mechanic now built into Shadowrun.
It's okay. I have an energy drink.
One minute, yay!
I look for soundtrack.
What soundtrack?
I don't know. I just need something fitting and not using words and browsing.
Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack.
No.
Well, that has words, but you know.
It's also not cyberpunky at all.
Oh, true.
You want cyberpunky? Ooh.
My fallback, if I can't think of anything, is always the Ascent, because it's super good, which I might do anyway.
Let's see. What do I have that is cyberpunky?
I have a whole bunch of stuff in Spotify. I just don't want to open it.
Play some Bionic Commando music. Anybody remembers that game?
I remember it. I don't remember the song or the OST at all. I also know they made a remake that I bought and never played. Yeah, there you go. Aphex Twin. You throw in some Tangerine Dream. As long as it's the right Tangerine Dream.
That might be a little more techno than anything.
Too much. Once there's a fight, sure.
I've many years ago I found ocremix.org. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but
yeah,
and I love downloading those songs and the remixes from my favorite video games. I think I actually have a Shadowrun one on here somewhere.
That's a great site. I'm curious if they're still running.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. There was a small fan base for one of the composers on there, Ruben Key, who was a high school student or college student in Singapore. And he did these really great reimaginings of like some of the FF7 music and stuff like that. And then he died in a boating accident.
Oh,
sad. But if he hadn't, he'd probably be a known name in the industry by now.
where is everybody? Well, now we have a J. Spree is available.
Table.
You should probably. Everybody should probably join the table. That's true.
Your tablet.
Take care. Good time. What did you? Happy New Year. Okay, Lucy, I'm opening the door so you can get out.
All right. So you guys are actually everybody for right now.
I need some tokens.
You need to import your character.
I don't have a sheet.
Oh, that's
Never.
right. I keep forgetting that. You're a weird one. Actually, you're not a weird one. I do the same thing.
I just don't want to double up my work and have to recorrect it, which is like 1.5 times the work. I made the dubious choice to play a rigger in a Foundry game a little while back.
Done now?
Yes.
Okay.
And the game was great, but trying to make and track individual entities for that
Yeah, it's a pain.
character was a pain in the butt.
Yes.
Plus, I understand Foundry keep changing their code base, which is frustrating for the programmers.
I believe it. I mean, even if they didn't, it's frustrating for the people using the modules because you have to keep updating your stuff, and if you don't, your stuff breaks. Which, I get it. Like, it's a developing thing, and they do have a really cool and like interactive community. So, in that respect, they're really neat. I just like a thing that I don't have to mess with if I don't want to.
I guess that's one good reason not to move SRMO to Foundry then? Because I definitely don't want my modules...
I would investigate it. Like, I only know it from the perspective of a player who frequently ran into issues with the GMs doing stuff, but I don't know if the GMs were proactively doing stuff to break their modules, which is possible.
So,
it's more feature rich, but it's much more complicated.
Yeah, or it can be anyway.
Getting the characters into there and set up properly is a pain in the ass. However, it's a fun setting. And you can do a lot more with the maps and, the VFX.
It's very pretty, that's for sure.
I mean, there's a lot of effects and of features in Roll20 that most people don't use.
I mean, there's a lot of ones that are blocked behind premium features too. Like, I just am cheap, so I can't do things like some of the effects. And honestly, my biggest gripe with Roll20 is a thing that is remedied by paying for stuff, which is the same for Foundry, which is if I don't pay for it, I don't have a lot of space for assets. So I get like 1 or 2 uses out of maps, or I have to build them out of stock resources, which don't take up space. And then if I don't pay for it, I can't port them to another table, so I have to remake them if I'm going to use them again. And that stuff's really annoying. But it's not that bad, honestly. If I was running a lot, then it might be more of a problem.
Yeah, the 2 of the new GMs that we just got on, both of them, I should say, are... I take that back. Only Dust Knight is very familiar with Foundry and was asking about using that. And I was like, I don't have any time to dedicate towards it, but if you want to run on it and the players are okay with it, then I have no problems with it. But the way you're talking and the potential problems and whatnot, who knows? I don't know if maybe we want to even delve into that.
I mean, I don't think it causes too many problems, especially if the person is familiar with it and already have some like configurations that they're used to.
Yeah.
Like, fundamentally, the modules are unchanged, the mechanics of the game are unchanged. It's really just the medium you're experiencing it through. So the VTT of choice doesn't really matter too much. The things about Foundry are, A, it's quote-unquote locally hosted, which means you can either host it locally on your machine, or you can have like an AWS server or something to run it off of if you want to be a bit more advanced about it. And as a result, you don't have the same resource caps that you do with Roll20, but there are fringy things that might be more of a problem. Like, for instance, you have to be a little bit more security conscious, because especially if you're hosting it from your own machine, you don't want to give people too many rights that might backfire on you.
Truth.
Yeah, there's stuff, but it's, for the most part, pretty minimal when it comes to running a game of Shadowrun. the most annoying part would probably be that if the intent is to dynamically move between different GMs and different GM tables, and some are using Roll20 and some are using Foundry, there's going to be a lot more re-importing shenanigans than there would otherwise be.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be the biggest problem. I don't want to get into that for the most part. I'd much rather have one table, one thing, one everything.
Yeah, either way. The nice thing about either one is that you don't have to buy it unless you want to. Like, if you're the GM who is going to be running a lot of games, it pays dividends, figuratively speaking, to actually have a premium subscription to Roll20 or to have Foundry. And in that case, it's kind of a nice bit with Foundry where you only have to buy it one time. And then the person hosting has the license and everybody else is just in their world playing.
True. That makes sense too. All right, are we ready to start this sucker?
I is.
You is? Is you is or is you isn't?
Yes.
All right. Well, in that case, let's start this.
Who are we waiting for? We have Basil outstanding, and currently I only see Ren and Grynner on the table.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have Basil. Basil's going to be a little bit late, and J-Pop's going to be a little bit late also. So we are missing Spree. Spree needs to jump on the correct table if he's not in there right now, and give me upload his character sheet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Silver was going to join us tonight or not.
Which table is it
I-
on Roll20?
I put a new link in the chat and pinged everybody in it. So you should be able to open up the Roll20, or not the Roll20, the Discord chat room with my channel and click on that link, and that will, the most recent one that has your name tagged in it is the one you need to join.
All right.
All right, while he's loading up and getting in, I might as well start reading this and go from there. All right, you guys are back in Neo Tokyo, and Neo Tokyo at night is beautiful. The play of neon against wet grass and concrete is gorgeous when seen with an AR overlay custom built to highlight the mix of color and black. As you stare out from your favorite local noodle stand, you see that a local artist has put their own set of ARO to show off their goi skills by creating a gold koi that swims from one iridescent pool to another. You're thinking that it would be a good idea to head home to practice a little bit more on the skills that you were planning to learn, whatever those may be, when your comlink chirps at you. Looking at the message, you see that it's Miss Takei with a simple message, rush job, call me. When you call her back, you can see already a bunch of other names in the group. Wait a minute. You can see already a bunch of other names in the group call. Moshi Moshi, chummer! I was hoping that you would call me back quickly. I know some of you don't know me, but a mutual acquaintance provided me with your names. I have a fast job that I'm trying to put together a team for. I already have a solid offer on the line for this job due to the short time frame. The job is a package pickup and delivery. The pay is 30,000 new yen each runner, but due to the rush nature, the pay is 30,000 new yen for each runner, but due to the rush nature of the job, I expect you to pay me my normal 30% finder's fee, which would leave you with 21,000 new yen each.
Bakemono shrugs to himself. I don't know if anybody is going to be negotiating, but
Now, normally, you've already taken your finder's fee before we are ever even given the total. So a strict 30% off the top here seems a little bit more like extortion than simple than the standard transaction that we normally have. Surely more than 30,000 could come to our pockets.
I assure you, I am not trying to cheat you out of any money. I am merely taking my standard fee.
But since your fee is normally taken up front before the our expenses are ever discussed, this seems a little heavy-handed and manipulative of you, a little unjustly so.
Well, certain Tanaka-sans may do it that way. I prefer to be upfront and clear with how much I am making off of you good, good runners in the business. Of course, your reputation reflects on me, and so therefore, if I get my cut of the pay by you completing your task, then we all benefit. Do we not?
this is why you say less. Then we wouldn't know any better.
Well, while this is normally true, again, that doesn't cut to the matter of the rather seeming appearance of well, you are simple taking advantage of us at this point.
I'm sorry that you see it that way. Would you prefer a smaller number?
I would prefer a larger number, actually.
Oh, I meant
As
on
I
my
said,
side,
closer
but
to that, closer to that, a larger number for us, closer to that 30.
well, go ahead and negotiate. And Steely, I notice you just joined. Welcome. And don't forget to import your character because you are not on here. And Spree, if you want to do the same thing for Torgon, I don't see him in here just yet.
No, you don't. I'm trying to get there.
All right, just making sure.
Let's see, something I would have done on the way to the meeting.
It was a phone call. There was no meeting yet.
Oh, there hasn't been a meeting. This is all over the initial
Test,
phone
we
call?
heard you. This is the initial phone call.
Cool.
Gotcha. Okay, so no time for that. Check.
Do you know like a straight import from Summer, or do you use the character vault?
I don't use anything if you're asking me.
You can do both.
You
if
can
you
do
have
either
it
one.
in the vault, it's probably less prone to errors. Chummer imports work, but you got to check them.
I can copy J-Pop over from the other table if you want. I can try that at least.
I mean, I
Throw
can just throw her into my character vault and then bring her back down.
Okay.
I hate that the character vault moves now instead of copies.
Oh, it moves?
Oh, well, then don't want to do that.
Well, we're not going to be in that other table anymore, so, well, I take that back. We're going to be then there for the other session this weekend.
It doesn't remove it from the table, but once you move it back out of the character vault into another table, it removes it from the character vault.
Ew.
Weird.
That is weird.
Gotcha. Let's see.
Is there edge incoming? There we go.
There it is. So 7 total.
All right. And I'm assuming there's not gonna be any assist dice coming his direction, or her direction. I take it. I should say.
I'll take the crickets as a no.
All right. And it is written in here that I will post edge this, so I am announcing the post edge.
Tradition.
Ooh,
Ooh.
you rolled spicy.
I rolled really spicy. That would be a no.
Fair enough. Damn. Normally you don't post edge those things.
It's
And
literally
normally you
written in
don't
there.
get that. And normally you don't get that good.
The runners may attempt to negotiate by blah 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 versus Miss Takai's 13 dice and 1 edge, which she will use to post.
Well then, all right.
I mean, it's pretty cool that it's like built into the actual like scenario.
Well,
that is nice.
The amount is so high that I'm assuming they can't. That's why they're doing that. Anyway,
They really don't want to go more.
all right. Domo arigato, Ome. From the sound of it, the Tanaka-san is in a rush, and you don't have much time. I just messaged you the location file for the pickup and meet with Tanaka-san. In the file, you will find an image of the woman you are supposed to meet. Her name is Satomi Sugiyama. They will give you the delivery location once you take the package. She said that she would have the cred sticks at the drop-off location. I am sending you your reservation so that you can enter the hotel facilities now. Ding! In addition, here is the address for a noodle shop nearby if you wish to meet. I really don't have much more info than that. Good luck, Ome.
All right. We're picking a package or a person?
I'm just basically reading to you what I was told to read you, and that was Mr. K saying that, not me saying that.
Yeah, but we're asking her questions now.
I know. I just answered it.
What?
She's saying that she is basically telling you everything she knows, and this is what she was told about the job.
Okay, so by package, she just was told package.
She was told package.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
You're supposed to meet Satomi Sugiyama, and they will give you the delivery location once you take the package.
Just in
Okay.
case. Does anybody here have a larger vehicle?
We I just have to ask this every time. I think J-Pop's van is still in Japan, so
Well, you're in Japan at the moment, so that's fortunate for you.
so yes, I have. Holy crap! I have my armadillo.
Hey, Drummer, sorry I'm late. What I miss? We got a job to do something about a package.
Just the chatty part. You're good.
Oh, good. I'll keep my mouth shut until it's time for me to say yeah and do an assist.
You missed that part. You're good.
Oh, damn it. All right.
I mean,
If her armadillo rolls up, then it is decked out in neon and definitely has a sound system in it playing. Well, usually J-pop or K-pop covers of rock hits and things like that.
Torgon should be now in the character journal.
And Miss Take didn't say anything about showing up ready to go ballistic, right?
You're going to directly pick up the thing and go make the delivery, so you make that call.
All right, so it is show up ready to work, basically.
Why is J-Pop not copying over onto the
I've
table?
already got her. Oh, I don't know.
I drug her over like 3 different times. She's not making her appearance.
Yeah, I legit have no idea. I tried dragging her as well, and nothing happened.
She might be just having some stage fright. Let's see.
Okay, so I guess Bakemono's gonna hop on the spirit and ride over. He's gonna wear his
she doesn't
normal
have
duds.
She didn't have a
not
default
armor.
token.
Oops.
I guess when it copies over, it doesn't. I don't know.
Which is
I mean,
weird.
let's say I see her token in the bio/info.
Well, no, that's the avatar.
Oh, sorry. I don't. Not sure then.
Well, let's try this. Hold on a second. Do. Just need to find you. There you are. Hey, there's a J-pop, but that's the other J-pop.
I can't control that one.
There you go. That was the problem. The all of the copies didn't have any, or the J-pop copy did not have a token, so it was there. You just couldn't see it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can't move them, but cool.
You should be able to move move the one that's there now, I think.
No.
I
can't see, but when I just drug over, I can't move. I don't.
Really?
Yeah. It lets me drag it in there, but it doesn't let me move the token.
How about now?
No.
What about the other one that's there?
No, no matter what I hover over.
Okay, here's a really silly question. Do you have the pointer tool selected? Sorry, I have to ask the question. I've done it before.
Yeah, but I'll click off of it and then back in to see if that helps. No.
All right, try moving the one that I just drug out there.
Okay. No. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't have ownership of them because, like, if I do a highlight of like all the tokens, nothing picks up. Like, if I try and drag across, I just don't have ownership. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I should try switching over to a different browser. Let's try that.
Do you see a Torgon now?
Yes.
Excellent. Can Torgon control that Torgon?
I can control the Torgon.
Excellent.
I don't think that's what you want, but yeah.
Okay, I can control J-pop now.
Yay! We have a J-pop under control. Now, that is not the copy that you brought in. Let's try this one now. That one's working. We're going to use that. But let's try this one. That one's the copy. Can you move the J-pop copy? Hey, you can now.
Yep.
All right, so we'll use that one because that one's the one you just copied over.
Okay. I don't know where this extra Y came from, but that's fine.
That was me having fat fingers.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
All right. So that was the distraction for the last 10 minutes while you guys were all on the conversation with Mr. Kai. So, oh crap! All right, now back up to scene 1. Okay. Any other questions for her while you're on the phone with her?
Not from me.
All right. So the hotel that you are given a reservation for is Hotel Amuse, 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 Hotel Amuse. You will need to attach a sin of or fake sin of your choice to the reservation, and then you will have full access to the room that it is tied to.
Okay.
All right. Clank.
Click, done.
What do we know about this place? Does it have any reputation?
You're welcome to look into use a matrix search or a scan or something like that. Absolutely.
A knowledge check, perhaps.
Knowledge check? Who would ever do something like that?
Let's see. We got area knowledge. We got underworld. We have pirates and massage. I don't think
Roll massage.
those last two are going to be relevant. I could. Would you?
Sure, if you want to. Actually, you know what? Do it. Do it. Roll it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Wait, 2 successes on that.
Hey, feeling twos.
Is there a club attached to it?
There is not a club attached to it.
All right.
All right. So massage.
Probably why we only got 2s.
Bakemono has actually. You have heard of this place before through your various massage workings and whatnot. It is a love hotel that is themed. Private residences, whatnot, in the backyard, or themed penthouses in that main hotel.
Gotcha.
It is the sensual massages that you got paid for back in the day.
Hey,
What a happy ending.
You got to make your cred somehow.
Exactly. All right. Area knowledge. You guys just get the location for it, and that it's a known love hotel, basically. Runner hangouts. It is not a runner hangout. I apologize.
Short-term no-tell motel.
Pretty much.
I did run a. Sorry.
Ooh, actually,
Go
that's a
ahead.
fair point. Real quick, before we run off on that one. It's a themed hotel. Does that also suggest that you might be able to show up dressed weird and not be looked twice at?
So themed, as in like it's a constant festival going on.
So, yes.
So yes.
Okay. What about like when you're dressed in armor-looking stuff?
Well, let's see. Steely, did you do a matrix search on this place or no?
I did. I got 7 hits.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Okay, so you were coming up with all sorts of different things of pictures and whatnot that you're showing people. It looks like there are people dressed up as dragons and in various armors and all sorts of different costumes, both fancy, non-fancy, low-end, high-end, everything in the middle.
Perfect. All right, we're going dressed for conflict, I guess.
No, what about weapons?
I mean, you got most of the weapons that are in the photos look fake. By your eyes, at least. But you could probably pass off some of your real weapons for fake if you really, really wanted to.
Yeah, my artisan skills are just better than theirs.
Exactly.
Just spray yellow or orange spray paint on the tip.
Exactly.
Perfect. Yeah.
It'll wash off. Don't worry about it. Buff it out later on.
It's like, what did you do to your Yamaha Raiden? Oh, I painted the very end orange. That way people would think it's a fake gun.
It's a tried and true method. It's a little weirder when you have like a giant sword or something. It's like, don't worry.
No, just paint the tip.
It's fake.
Just paint the tip. Just the tip.
No, that's when you get that rubber-based paint and just kind of run a strip right down the middle of the blade, so that you're not actually touching the edged parts. But it's like people look at it and it's like, see, it's rubber. Honest.
Do the whole thing, because I figure once you actually make contact, the rubber will go away as soon as you impact something hard enough.
True.
If you have the right spells, you could just make it look like rubber.
The troll picks up the blade and bends it. See, it bends.
Yeah. Street Samurai cries.
I'll bring my hammer. It doesn't have an edge.
Yep. See? Totally
All
safe.
right. Perfect. All right. So you guys are on the route. Any other things you want to do while you're on your way?
Well, I'm driving.
Did we want to meet up at the noodle shop first?
Well, we're supposed to collect the package and then hit the noodle shop.
Nope. You're supposed to meet up at the noodle shop with the rest of your team.
Ah, okay. Well, then we go to the noodle shop.
But since most of you know each other, you don't necessarily have to do that unless you want to.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
Is there
since we're
anybody that's
consolidating
new?
vehicles, I would say that would probably be a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
I mean, if we're all going to be in one vehicle, we might as well get someplace where we can get into one vehicle.
We might as well get some noodles out of it.
I heard there was a troll. Is this vehicle big enough for all of us?
Aren't you the only troll?
Oh, someone said they had a troll pens the sort. Never mind.
My car is technically modified for trolls and whatnot. You can ride in my armadillo.
No, Ren's not a troll. She's just got the strength of a troll.
and
I
the
also-
weight of 2 or 3 trolls.
All right, good.
All right. After talking to your fixture, you quickly grab your go bag and run out the door. Neon and sounds of the city assault your senses as you step into the bustling streets. A quick glance around tells you that police presence is high. Even at this time of night, the streets of Neo-Tokyo teem with people as you blast your way towards the address you were given. Besides the additional drone presence, you see the police setting up checkpoints heading into and out of the subway. You keep going along the route, and the signs of decaying civilization start to become more apparent. The buildings are crumbling, and the streets have more potholes. When you arrive at the noodle shop, you see that it's fully automated. When you see people moving about the area, while you see people moving about the area, no one is actually stopping at the shop. With your plans, after you all arrive at the noodle shop, and you meet your new associates, what do you do? Oh, and is anybody not broadcasting us in? And we just lost somebody. Who'd we lose? Oh, where's Sandcastle?
Oh no, we didn't lose anybody in roll 20. Just
No.
There he is.
Yeah, he popped back in.
Shit.
Wrong button?
No, just RAM deciding to not work anymore for a minute.
J-Pop has a fake sim that she's broadcasting. We're trying to see which ones I have.
All right, so everybody's broadcasting your sins properly, like you're supposed to?
Of course.
I'm broadcasting something.
Excellent.
Sins
We
are
don't want to
plain.
get into trouble.
Ren's got a bike career sim, so yeah.
So let's see. I have... Ooh. Let's see. Cowabunga, what rating of sin are you broadcasting?
Oh, I figured you'd start with me.
Well, you're at the top of the list.
Ah, damn the list. I changed my name to Cowabunga.
Okay.
Perfect.
I've got a rating 3 that I normally would use. I think I just got a higher rating recently from Kentucky.
I believe you did also. Which one would you like?
Let's do the higher rating one. Well, actually, here's a 4. I'll use the 4.
Okay. I have 3 successes on 4 dice. That was awesome. You made your sin scan has passed, sir.
Woohoo! Harlan Ellison is not detained.
Ren, what are you broadcasting?
I am broadcasting Nagisa Khan, rating 4.
Ah, you passed them over. They didn't even glance at you.
Isn't that a glitch, or does that matter for this?
That doesn't matter for that. It has to be more than half, anyways.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Grynner, what are you doing? What is not at broadcasting?
A rating 4.
Excellent. Nope. They glance at you and say, "Ooh, nope, not going to pay attention to you." All right. Spree.
Are you sure with a little shimmy there?
Well, with a little shimmy. I mean, the drone pans back and eyes the rear end for just a minute as you're walking past, but then it moves on. Torgon, what kind of sin are you broadcasting?
Rating 4.
Rating 4. Ah, it doesn't even pay you any mind either. It doesn't even see you for that matter. Bakemono, what are you broadcasting?
Rating for Goro Toyama.
Nope. You passed, no problems. And J-Pop.
Rating 4, Yuki Tanaka.
Oh, come on. You guys are all rolling 4s. That's no fun.
Which is just shows you how cheap we are. We haven't upgraded yet.
I know, exactly. You're not rolling 6s yet. All right.
This
so you guys,
is Neo Tokyo, not Chicago. You don't get rich in Neo Tokyo.
This is true.
You do in Kentucky, though.
You actually did get a crap ton of money and stuff in Kentucky, yes. All right. Let's see. You all passed that, so no worries. And I'm not worried about doing anything like that, so yeah. All right. Let's see. As you're walking towards the gates outside the hotel, you present your sin with the reservation and the gates slide open. Inside the grounds of the hotel, you see tall trees and a series of small cottages around a central building. You make your way to the cottage for the meet, and the closer you get, you begin to make out bodies around the door and the sound of a baby crying coming from inside.
Well, I think I do remember at least this part.
Well, crap.
Oh, crap, I gotta copy you guys, too. Okay. Sounds of a baby crying coming from inside. You see a man in an armored jacket with a katana in his hand leaning heavily against the door frame. Spotting you, he darts back into the room.
Okay.
Ignore the inside of the house at the moment. I know you can see it, but just ignore it.
Initiative, then?
Well, hang on.
You
We just
can
saw a guy
initiative,
running a
absolutely.
house. Why are we initiating?
So that we can kill them.
Why are you trying to kill them?
This is the reservation. This is the room that was reserved underneath your reservation. As you're walking towards it, you see a thug with a katana in his hand and armor on, leaning up against the door, and he runs inside.
Yeah,
only prey runs.
Okay, fair enough. Says the cowman.
That was terrible.
Hey, kicks want to know him.
Yes, well.
Okay, maybe like a judge intentions. Does this person look like they have...
Sure, go ahead and roll judge intentions. If you want to do a perception test, that'd be awesome also. Matrix perception. So you do see a host hovering over top of everything in this area.
Do I see the thug in the Matrix as well? The one who just ran in. Does he have anything wireless?
That is a good question.
He's a phone that has a little thug on it.
Ooh, you do. You do. You see an icon that darted into the room as you were perceiving in front of you.
Is it attached to the host in any way?
It is not.
Oh, good. Let me get a mark on that sucker.
All right.
Wait a minute. The thug was outside the hotel or outside the room that we were...
outside the room that you were going into, and this is the room that you were reserving. Room in quotation marks. It's actually a little like hut.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna take the -6 penalty and do go big or go home.
Sweet.
Oh, just in case. Huff.
Yes. All right, Bakemono, your judge intentions. You could have swore you saw blood dripping off the katana that the person was holding.
Something's not right. They're not usually that elaborate with their performances.
Cowabunga, you don't really pick out anything other than what's already been described, unfortunately.
3 trees.
Yeah, 3 trees exactly, and a little bit of nice decorative traditional styling on the hut. Not at you. Your same situation. You did pick up the blood on the katana as well. He does seem to have a was kind of clutching his chest. It looked like he might be holding a wound or something along those lines. You're not sure because all the blood that was on his katana might be his, might not be. Who knows? All right, and you're going, and J-Pop is going after that guy.
Yeah, I was contemplating.
Contemplating?
Edge.
You tell me. I have an enter to hit, and then my dice roll, so good thing you said something.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so that maxes out my hits. That's 10.
I had 2. So you net 8? So you definitely get 3 marks on it.
All right, I guess I am in like Quinn on his device.
All right, so while you did that, what is everybody else doing? Running up to the door and that's it, or anything else?
As far as Bakemono's concerned, he's going to post up next to the door and wait for everybody else to be ready to go, because it sounded like people were alarmed.
All right.
Ren was planning to just charge through the door, so
He's going to activate his focus and draw the kanabo just in case.
Cowabunga is confused about his motivation in this scene because he doesn't know the goal. So he's going to follow whoever goes in first and do whatever they do within reason.
Oh, we're letting the big the sponges go in first.
Spirit it is. Yeah, I figured the spirit's probably eating grass or something. Hasn't been called to do anything.
Well, did you even summon one or no?
Yeah, that's how he got to the noodle shop at least.
Okay, just making sure.
He always summons one.
That's what I figured, just making sure. All right.
And I rolled it anyway. All right, yeah, so if everybody's just looking at Bakemono, who's dressed like a flaming samurai or whatever, then he's like, okay, I'll go.
And Ren's there right next to you. So it is big enough for both of you to go through.
The true sponge is Ren.
All 4 thugs turn to you and activate their claymore mines pointing in your direction.
Hello, Lucy, I'm home.
No, okay. So entering in, blowing open the door with kicks or a combo attack or whatever you do, you see this.
He used the handle like a civilized person.
Well, in that case, fine, be that way. Inside the room is chaos. The walls are painted in arterial spray, and 3 more thugs can be seen strewn about the room. In the corner of the room, you see a woman slumped against the wall with one hand laying over a katana and the other over the handle of an empty baby carrier. Pulling up a picture of Tanaka-san that you were supposed to meet that matches the woman lying on the ground at your feet. Drek, and the police can't be too far behind. But you do have that other thug that's in here.
So you said strewn about, are they dead?
They're dead, yes.
Oh, okay. So there's one person we saw wounded who was running around, and there was a bunch of bodies in here.
Correct.
All right, well, put the kanabo away. Not gonna need this.
No, as soon as whoever steps through the door first, I get to swing at you, but you're going to kill him, so...
Well, in that case...
Okay, I'm going to swing at Bakemono.
Do it.
Do it. Are you surprised? You are surprised.
Am I surprised?
I don't know. Make me a surprise test.
We saw the guy before.
I
we
know. You weren't surprised.
Darn. I have a quality for that.
Do you want to be surprised? You can be surprised, sure.
Oh, I'm not going to be surprised, but if I roll for it, I get a bonus.
Oh, I got you.
Anyway. I'll roll if you want me to, otherwise you do your thing.
No, you saw him there. You saw him going through. You assumed it was going to be an ambush. You were coming through the door ready for it, so...
My only words as you're going through the door is, don't kill him! We need information!
Alright, go ahead and dodge, please.
Okay. Well, we have that Kanabo, so we have a reach advantage unless they have very long arms.
They have a katana.
Yep.
But you're not.
So that means.
Are you going to take a block or a parry motion or whatever to actually put that Kanabo reach into play, or no?
Well, he's holding it, so it's a melee weapon, meaning their reaches compare. Also, this is very strange. I don't know if Chummer is correct on this. I thought it had longer range than that, but I guess not.
Well, I have reach of 9, so it works out.
No, you don't.
I do.
Yeah, I was right. Oh, that's why I'm being an idiot. I'm looking at AP, not reach. That would do it. Yep. Okay, so I have a reach advantage, which in this case, because in either case it's a defense modifier, I have a bonus. Cool. That's all right.
I have 1. He's tired. He's worn
Swish.
out. He's also got a wound. He's wounded. Yeah, exactly. So he switches. He tried really, really hard, but yeah, missed.
Maximum effort.
Maximum effort, exactly. All right. I'm assuming first in through the door will also get first initiative. So Ren or Bakemono, your choice.
Well, if it's up to Bakemono, he's going to go for a called shot on that person's arm to disarm.
Ooh, like actually disarm him?
Well, it's a club, so no, not literally.
Well, it depends on how much force you hit him with.
I mean, he might damage his arm, but it's not coming off. Let's see. No, so this is a blast out of hands, I believe. Technically,
I believe that would be. I think it's a 6 -6.
No,
that doesn't sound right.
It's a core called shot, so it's a 4.
Oh, okay.
There are martial arts that augment it, but he doesn't have any of those.
Yeah, I think
Gotcha.
I think the -6 you're thinking of is the knuckle duster or the knuckle buster.
Yeah, possibly.
Anything that is not a 4 is going to be a body part.
Sweet.
So none of those.
Well, an arm's a body part.
Called shot I, for instance, is a not 4 called shot. Knuckle breaker or knuckle popper or whatever they are called are still -4s. They just do other stuff.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay, so we're going to do this. Okie dokie. He has a reach 1 weapon, which means he only has a defense penalty of 1.
Ow.
Okay. So, blast out of hands. Blah, blah, blah. Attacks intended to disarm. Suffer the normal blah, blah, blah. -4. The defender rolls as normal.
What's damage?
They do no damage. The item is sent flying, coming to a rest. Net hits -1 meters from the defender. The item should travel in a direction away from the shooter. In this case, swinger.
3
so I feel
meters away.
It goes flying off into the room. And Bakemono sort of ends with the big golden bat pointed at this guy and be like, "Don't move."
He looks at you, thinks about it for a second, and moves.
Like runs or like blinks?
Well, he would try to run, but I'm pretty sure that his action has already been used up. So
yeah, if he looks flighty, somebody else might tie his shoelaces together.
He does look flighty, yes.
Okay, well, that's all I got. There's a swing and a threat.
Who's next?
Probably Ren, I guess.
Ren's up there next. Yeah, let's go that way. Honestly, I figured you were going to knock him out, so I didn't make you guys do
We were
initiatives.
told not to kill the guy. So.
Ren palms his face with her hand.
So
Palms his face?
yeah, like grabs him like a basketball.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming finger needle injections? Oh, shotgun.
Or
That's just as
not.
well. Ooh! Oh, it's accuracy
Wait a minute.
0. Your accuracy is
Oops.
not a
Let
shot.
me redo that. For some reason, it didn't.
You had
Oh,
5
no,
successes.
we can just read it. It's 5 hits. That's good.
Yeah,
But you should edit it.
gotta fix your accuracy. Exactly.
Oh, it did 5 hits. Okay.
Yep, 5 hits. You just gotta fix the accuracy on that weapon. Alright, so I am still dodging. He looks over at Bakemono and prays that this does not count as a move.
Oh, you dodged. Shouldn't have done that. Don't forget his penalty.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Well, technically I took a -2 on that one because of his wound penalty also. But anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so you net 1 on me, so 9 stun, 10 stun, right?
Electric.
Yep.
Yeah. I should have it. Shouldn't that have an AP on it?
I was gonna say, shouldn't they have an AP of 5 on the shotgun?
It does.
Yeah, but your that weapon is completely screwed up.
Yeah, so this is one of those issues with the sheet. Sometimes you gotta edit it.
All right, so 12 minus 5 is 7, and we add 4 to that, so it takes us up to 11. Hey, I got 3 successes that time. So I do take some damage. He is sufficiently shocked, and that would be 10 minus 3, 7 points. He is on the ground.
Yay!
He's not dead, but he's definitely convulsing from the electroshock pulsing through his body at the moment.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
I
That's
will
the
walk
idea.
up and I will steady his head so he doesn't, damage his neck or spine.
And then twist it really rapidly.
No. And then take a plunge.
Oh, that's not nice. Cowabunga, are you holding down your push to talk key for a reason?
No, I must have gotten stuck.
Oh, there it goes.
I can hear a key.
Yeah, that's the push to talk to key, not turn it off.
Sweet.
All right, I'll get a different keyboard. Hold on.
All right. Let's see. J-Pop copy rolls Matrix searches twice. Why are you rolling it twice?
Because I forgot to change over to data processing.
Oh.
But I'm searching their device for, references to the person they killed.
All right.
Her name?
Grynner, it's willpower and what?
Let's say willpower and logic. Let me double check.
I think it's logic. That sounds right.
Mind probe.
All right, so searching the device, you find it is a burner. I mean, it doesn't have much data on it except for the last 24 hours or so. All you get is basically all you have on here is one message from a unknown contact with a location. It is this location, obviously, and a note saying, pick up the package.
Is that the same brief that we got?
Kind of, sort of, but not at the same time.
So, more or less recently than...
It would have been less recently than you. Not by much, but less recently than you. Borderline same time, but not at the same time.
While these people are doing the investigative stuff, Bakemono is moving from room to room looking for any other issues.
All right.
Yeah, you said something about a crying baby. I'll go look at that.
All right. Moving through the room, you find a crying baby. Grynner, you got an answer for me on Mind Probe?
It is will logic.
I have one. What does that get you?
That would get me, unfortunately, his surface thoughts. Just his surface thoughts at this point.
Wait, what? You only netted one?
No,
I
you got net 2.
netted 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yep, still.
All right. So let's see. After you do that, and everybody else is taking their action doing else things, we will deal with the rest of that. Let's see. Okay, so you will actually notice that in Cowabunga, you will actually notice that in the family room, which I think you guys can see those words, there is a lump of, I'm going to use lump in quotation marks, a lump of blankets wrapped up in and just kind of set down on the floor around the corner of the wall, right behind the couch. And it does seem to be crying. Strange that towels and blankets can cry, but, you know.
I'll call Ren over. She's a girl, right?
Maybe. All right, Grynner and J-Pop. Basically, you both get... so, J-Pop, you got the information about the contact. The image does indicate a small package. Small pink package, specifically. Not it. You get basically the same information that the thug was basically told to come here, pick up a small pink package, and get back to their clubhouse, hideout, the house, the safe house, and then call whoever contacted them originally to get paid and turn in the small pink package. That's pretty much all you get.
Well, a series of, while I'm sustaining the spell, a series of discrete questions to, get it into his conscious thoughts, and prior to him being able to spew any lies, I'll be able to pick him up.
Before you do that, he punches you. Because he's not unconscious, and you're mind probing him. And you're busy doing this, so you don't get to defend.
Incoming 2 damage.
Pretty much. Ooh, hey, better. What's the base damage? Is it strength?
Strength. Yeah, unless
right.
he has some kind of implant or something.
He does. It's like just massive, massive strength. All right, that is 8p coming your direction, sir.
8p? So he's got like bone lacing?
I'm sorry, 8's done. It's just
okay.
base strength. Yeah, no, he doesn't have any bone lacing.
A good punch, but a punch.
It's a good punch, yes. Good punch, but a punch nonetheless.
I just assumed he was peeing at the same time.
Ah, yes. Well, he's peeing on... I gotcha. Peeing on Nautit, yes.
Oh, nothing.
You just look at him and go, yeah, so?
That was rude.
How wooed.
How wooed.
Exactly. All right. So that does break the mind probe, because he does get away from you. You have to maintain touch, if I remember correctly, for that spell. So
yeah.
So he does roll away from you after slugging you and get away. Does move back, basically like this, and tries to bolt out the door, which you guys don't remember. I don't remember if you guys closed it, but he does get to move. He gets to move his full turn after attacking you.
Fine.
Haha. All right, agility of 5. So I can move 20 meters. Holy crap.
Quick, J-Pop, trip him.
J-Pop probably looks the most distracted of the entire group. Just goes, what?
There. He runs. He will actually... No, he can't sprint because he already punched you. So, yeah, that's all he gets.
That's his complex.
All right. Torgon, what are you doing since we haven't visited you yet?
The 2 bodies that are next to me, I'm
Yes.
going to go through them.
Excellent. you find a comlink, a set of glasses, and a Remington suppressor machine pistol, and a katana. In both of them.
A good machine pistol.
On both of them?
Yep.
So 2 of each.
Yes, 2 of each. And you're pretty sure that the other thug looks like he has about the same stuff on him.
Well, shit. My thought after getting those 2 was to go check out on the wall.
Whose territory are we on?
And I'll lay the devices that I've got that I picked off of them. I'll lay them out on the floor. Because they are definitely dead, right?
They are definitely dead. Their guts have been spilled out for a few minutes.
Okay, not a problem. I'm not that hungry, so resist that.
It occurs to me now that we're in Neo Tokyo. We probably should have checked with the local.
Well, this was a rush job anyway. So.
Exactly.
And we didn't know we were doing anything crime.
Exactly. All right, let's get to Cowabunga. You took care of something. J-Pop, what do you rolled in a sensing one or what?
Maybe. But then I realized I didn't drag myself out into the thing, so it was like, okay, I guess I'm not sensing the baby.
Oh, you're not a sensing the baby?
Well, I'm not. I mean, I didn't bring my avatar into here.
Did you want to? You just forgot to, or what is it?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not gonna say that.
All right, so you're in there. So he ran out of thug ran out of the house, and Nautit's gonna stun ball him on his turn, but we'll worry about that here in a second. So you sensed the baby, yes?
Yes.
With 6 hits? Okay. Let me refresh my memory.
Techno baby.
It is a Technomancer. I apologize. It is a Dissian Technomancer. No, kidding. Wrong edition. All right. The baby is healthy-ish. The emotional state is very sad, very confused, very hungry. Feels like it has to poop. Confused, tired, hungry again, has to poop. All those emotions all at the same time. Yeah, exactly. It is a cyber zombie. No, kidding. There is no cyberware implants on it. There is no magic on it at all. It is not awakened. No alphaware, no astral signatures. No bioware. No astral signature. Again, no deltaware, gene treatments, or nanotech. Does not have any diseases or toxins. And it is not a Technomancer.
A perfectly healthy, unaltered baby.
Baby boy.
If I have the opportunity, and if I need to wait my turn, that's fine. But I would probably take a picture and then see if I can run a scan of it to see if it's been recorded as missing.
All right. You can take a picture. Beyond that, let's wait for the next turn.
Okay.
Let's see who started this whole shebang. Bakemono, you're up. Anything?
Okay, Bakemono is checking on the other person who's fallen in the hallway there.
All right. Quick search finds the glasses, the scorpion.
Not tossing them, but it looks like there was a fight, right?
Correct.
That person against the wall looks different than these people.
Correct.
A, is that person alive? And B, what's their deal?
A, no. B, it looks like she was defending the baby, or at least the carrier, and herself from the thugs. Is the kind of the gist that you're getting from the scene. But
so you had defensive wounds. And
yes. And the other guys have the attacking wounds from her. So,
okay. Does she have a comm link or any kind of identification?
She does not have anything on her at all.
All right. Well, photograph, and then we'll do that the old-fashioned way later. Anything? Now we're gonna look at the podcast to see if there's anything relevant that we might need.
All right. So in the pockets, like I said, the suppressor, the katana, and some glasses with smart link on them, and in image link. Oh, sorry, smart link and low light vision are what the glasses have on them.
Okay, so she's pretty much kitted out like they are.
Oh, her? That's what you were asking for her? I thought you
I
meant
don't
them.
care about the thug.
Oh, okay. No, she doesn't have anything. She only had the katana.
So she had a sword, a jacket, and a baby.
And if I remember correctly, she had a comm link, but I don't know if she actually still has it on her. Hold on a second. Ooh, wait a second.
Caliban, mine.
No, you're not that nice. I'm not that nice, I should say. You're not that nice.
I'm not that nice either.
Oh, there we go. I knew it. Haha. There is she has a DR5 Hermes icon in her back pocket.
Hey, just like me. Well, that might be useful. So, gonna yoink that.
Excellent.
And the sword that she had, is it just like some Walmart katana, or is it?
No, it's actually a nice
antique?
katana. I mean, it's not an antique or anything along those lines, but it does look like it was well maintained and relatively old.
Okay, Bakemono will take it. If she has like a saya, or she has a saya on her, then he'll sheath it and then take it with. He doesn't use these things, but you never know. It might be useful.
All right. Cowabunga was also looking throughout the house for stuff also, weren't you?
No, I was running to help the crying baby, but then all sorts of other people got involved. So now I'll look around for stuff to loot. That seems to be what we're doing.
Well, maybe not loot, but you look around and you find a duffel bag.
Full of diapers and bottles and stuff?
Full of diapers and bottles and stuff.
Perfect. I was just going to say, we should look for that.
If that's really what's in it, I throw it into the hallway and keep looking.
The rest of the place is pretty bare for the most part. I mean, it's got stuff that a hotel room would have in it. That's about it. It looks very much like this was set up as a meet for a drop off of the baby.
So that's our package.
Ren will take one of the sheets and fold it into a sling.
You will take one of the what?
The sheets and take a sheet and fold it into a sling to carry the baby.
Okay.
Roll craft baby Bjorn.
Do you have any maternal instinct left in that fibered body of yours?
Nobody is autosoft.
Ah, yes, that's true.
I have access to the sum total of the world's knowledge.
Not instinct, maternal.
Maternal programming.
You know. There you go. That's the one.
You're running MomBot 2.0.
MomBot 2.0.
MomBot 2.0, exactly. All right.
Remember, it's party treasure until we divide it.
The baby?
Does this TV come off the wall very easily?
It does.
Do we have any clue as to where the destination is going to be?
Nope.
What was the second part of our thing? Meet the person and then ...
Deliver.
Deliver to...
Yes.
So we just knew we were picking up a package and they were going to tell us where to take it?
Correct.
Well, I guess we're all parents now.
Oh, I think I saw
her comlink.
I found her comlink, but I can't get into it.
6 men and a baby.
Would you like me to try and get into the car?
Just a quick question. In the meantime,
4 men, 2 women, and a
number
baby.
4 just ran away and nobody cares.
I'm working on it.
No, not it's gonna stun blast it right now. Go ahead.
All right.
That's my willpower in advance. Oh, really, dude? Only 1 point.
Only 1 point. Well, hell. Don't worry, I can throw another one I can keep pace and throw another one just as fast.
All right, well, he moves 20 meters on his turn, so throw another one. You take him out, basically.
Yeah. We could send the spirit after. It's just sitting there, messing up the landscaping.
So it's in the classic dog pose where he's taking your crap on the front lawn and looking back at you.
this big devil dog that's just watching you run after this person with in its head the Benny Hill music playing.
Ooh, choo-choo.
If it's a done deal that we got him, then levitate and get him back inside.
He makes it about right there, basically. And then you knock him out.
All right. Levitate the body up. Scrub as I use the spell to pull him back inside the room. Now that he is unconscious, let us redo that mind probe.
No.
I'm gonna can I do that quick matrix search for missing baby?
Sure. You actually do your standard searches in the police log and all that kind of stuff and on the runner nets, and you're not finding anything about a missing baby. A lot of people that are wanting to buy babies, but not anybody that is missing a baby.
All right. I'll also when it comes back up to my turn, just for the sake of it, I'll see if I can get into her.
We're out of initiative at this point in time, so.
Yeah, but I want to step on what Grynner's doing.
Yep. Before we continue with what Grynner's doing, does anybody else want to do anything special?
Yeah, I want to search the outside of the house.
Okay.
Tracks, things that have been thrown out the windows, stuff like that.
Okay, go ahead and make me the perception or tracking, depending on what you would prefer. With 5 successes. Ooh, you limited, but you didn't get any extras. Okay. So yeah, looking around outside, looking for tracks and that kind of stuff, if anything was thrown out. Nothing looks like it was thrown out. A couple cigarette butts are in the backyard. You're finding those. A couple of used prophylactics, that kind of stuff. But for the most part, nothing of merit, that kind of stuff. By the back door, notice some tracks, and you also notice some going around the house this direction and heading towards this door right here. That looks like they match the foot size of the thugs that are inside. Judging by your count, there seems to be 4 sets of prints.
All right. Sounds good. I'll come back in and sit on the couch for a while.
Okay. Not it. What you want?
You saw the things I had my character do.
Yep. Thievery.
Okay. So outside of showing some respect.
Oh, I got you. Collect the woman and place her in the bedroom, laid out with. Yeah, got it. Perfect. Love it. Absolutely.
Then I'll probably join the guy on the couch and have a smoke.
Do you place her katana in her hands?
I'll give you a cigar.
Okay.
All right. Not it. What you get? What, just surface thoughts again?
He got 4 on his resist.
Yep.
Yeah, so far it's just surface thoughts.
The surface thoughts are nothing. He's unconscious.
Exactly. Which means we're going
deeper.
We have to recast to go deeper.
Appropriate for a love hotel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There it is.
Two on that one.
This motherfragger's mind is a tough nut to crack.
Steel trap, man.
All right.
Should you bring him to and question him in a different method?
I can get more information if I can actually get into his subconscious thoughts.
The
And
problem
actually
is,
so he rolled like he rolled like crud the first time, and now he's rolling really well. It's like, or at least decently well.
Do you want, it's a shame I can't loan you my my focus.
true. You can give him a.
That's
You can give him some
fair.
reagents. Lower the resistance. What did that work that way?
No,
I'm talking about-
it
It would lower your drain.
actually, hold on a sec.
It would also remove like the limit.
You said hold on, so I'm not rolling again yet. You tell me when you're happy. By the way, there are sirens coming outside. Just to let you know.
Yeah, how long have we been here?
I would say 5 minutes at this point in time.
How far away to the siren sound?
Relatively close. I would say within 5 minutes. I mean, I know that's an eternity when you're talking 3 seconds a turn, but still.
Yeah, we're not in combat, so it could happen.
All right.
Oh, would you like some gamma scopoline?
Ah!
Takes too long to kick in.
You
All
got all
right,
the time in the world.
We'll take him with us.
Yeah, would you like me to carry him?
That would probably be better for the best. Yes, let's grab the kid, grab any supplies, grab our comlink, take him. I'll take a couple of seconds to scrub thoroughly, do the astral scrub, and yeah, that should be fine.
Ookie.
None of our blood actually got spilled here or anything like that, so we should be fine as far as trace. Extra fingerprints on here shouldn't matter. So bring that thug with us. We'll throw him in the van. We'll get the hell out of here. That way I can reapply the mind probe as needed.
Okay.
And of course, once we get him into the van, we hog tie him.
Can anybody else drive, or am I sticking to driving?
I think you would be the driver. Yes.
I can drive.
It was more if you wanted me to do other stuff like psychometry or.
I mean, I have a control rig, so you know.
Don't think like do cars by default have an interface for control rig?
Say that one more time.
Do vehicles by default have interfaces for control rig?
No.
Some of them do.
I don't believe yours does.
It's just an armadillo. It's not. But I imagine you're still a good driver, regardless, right?
Well, there's autopilot first of all, and second of all, yes, I'm trained in piloting groundcraft.
Well, autopilot's fine until someone decides to chase us. So I always like to have at least a driver.
All right, we'll get out of the way. I'll sit down.
Okay. Whenever y'all want, I can try psychometry on something. It's got to be an object, though, not a person. And then,
Maybe her comlink.
yeah, I can also try and hack the comlink.
What about the comlink? You're going to hack it? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you said that they couldn't get into it earlier, right?
It was sitting there unlocked.
Oh, I could have sworn I heard somebody say they could not get into it.
No?
Okay, I'll just go into her comm link then, I guess, or at least do a matrix perception to make sure nothing's rigged to data bomb once I'm in there.
Oh, to add to what you found on you opened up the other comm link earlier on the Thug, right? And you were looking for information on that?
I hacked it, yeah.
All right, so let me confirm because I actually just found the information on it. Let's see. You hacked the one comm link, and there are 3 comm codes in the contact list. The first one is extract, second one is ground, and third one is abort. There's only a picture of the woman as well as the address you are currently standing at. Let's see. That is it on the comm links. One of you had a high perception test when you were looking at the thugs when you were searching them, right? I remember because it was like a 4, I think. Actually, you know what? Not it. Roll me your edge real quick. Let's just do it this way.
Okay.
Oh, well, perfect. All right. So yeah, as you're rolling him over in his unconscious state, and Bakemono or Cowabunga is carrying him out, you notice a tattoo on him that looks naval naval as in maritime of boats and ships and that kind of sort of thing.
Not belly button.
Correct. That's what I meant to try to avoid that sort of imagery. Or orange, by the way. No orange. There is a single text message on the comm link that says, "Bring the child," and message appropriately when you have it. That's all it says.
So no destination?
Does not have a destination. Let's see. How would you actually know how to look for that? Well, actually, you had been looking for that, so okay, I'll give you this too. Each of the icons that you have seen on these comm links were all broadcasting sins. You couldn't identify them or anything along those lines, but now that you actually hacked into this particular one, the information does pop up in front of you, and it says it's a rating 3 sin, fake sin, obviously. It doesn't tell you it's a fake sin, but you can tell just by looking at it. That for Zao Technologies, XAIO, and it has a fake bounty hunter's license.
Okay,
Does the girl's comlink have a fake ID as well?
Nope.
here's a question. I'll do a quick search on the net for any open bounties in the area.
All right.
I guess that'd be perception, matrix perception.
So who is driving the vehicle as you are doing this? Because I thought you were the driver. Or is that Cowabunga? All right, make me a pilot groundcraft.
Are you sure?
Don't be bashful. You've got high reaction.
Okay.
You're probably actually a better driver than me. I only have like 6 or 7 dice in it.
All right. Ned, you're doing fine piloting. Not a problem at all.
Easy peasy.
And the matrix search for any open bounties for what specifically?
Description of the woman, description of the baby, or possibly just anything that's like in the area that stands out. Like, I mean, because if there's like thousands, then I'm crazy like that.
All right, so you would get, let's see, with 6 successes? Okay. It's going to take a while for you to get this information, so you don't get it right this very second. But
Sure.
you guys are going back to a safe house or one of your houses or something along those lines to do your mind probes with Nautit, right?
Yeah, I'm heading toward Bakemono's house.
Okay.
Wow.
Can I have my agent do some purchases for baby
Sure.
stuff to have like delivered to wherever we're going, or at a drop off, so
Sure.
we can pick it up on the way? So we're gonna get some formula and some diapers and whatnot, so we can good.
All right. So the
Didn't that bag
bounty,
have some?
the bag
Yeah, the
had
bag
stuff,
has
yeah.
a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
The bounties come back, and there is one that jumps out at you after a few hours of that kind of matches this description of the woman and the baby a little bit. Not much, but it just kind of triggers the back memories a little bit. It's a bounty for a pickup of a child, and the let's see. The child is the listing is for a kidnapping of a child and retrieval or delivery to a Johnson, basically. There is a comm code attached to that, but that's about it. There's a little bit more description to it and whatnot in there that makes you think that this might be your thing. But like I said, that's going to be an hour or so later that you actually get that information.
Okay, when appropriate, I'll try and do a follow up.
Perfect. All right.
So at the moment, we're basically just moving / lying low, waiting for information.
Correct.
Cool.
Now, you did technically pick up the package. Is there something else you may want to do? Or what else do you want to do?
Yeah, we can contact Miss Take, but she doesn't I don't know. She gave the impression she didn't really know much, but we could appraise her of the
Did
situation.
we actually look at the ladies' comic yet?
I don't know. That's a job for the electronics people. I just hit things.
It's open. Looking that anybody can look at it if they want to.
Oh, it's open?
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, let's look at it.
All right. It looks like a Hermes icon.
Yes, that's on the outside. We know that part. But we'll look through it. The files are in the computer.
Well, you look through it. You look through it,
has no
and
mouth.
the X-ray vision that you purchased online is failing you at the moment. You can't actually see through it. Strangely enough,
There's computers in it.
There's something in it, definitely.
All right, yeah. So if it's unlocked, browse through it, see what we can see. Is this a burner? Does it have their name? Any context information? Threats? Whatever.
Most recent call.
Yeah, does it have our fixer's phone number in it?
It actually does, actually.
Classic.
So let's find out. Looking through, you mentioned that, so you looked through the last dialed number, and the last contact was from the call that contacted you from Miss Takai.
Okay, well, that's a connection. So it sounds like she was probably commissioned to commission us to do a hot extract, and we didn't make it in time.
There are a couple other phone call. There is one other phone call on there, and a bunch of pictures.
Pictures of like her and the baby, stuff like that.
And there's a couple other people in there too.
Do any of them seem to be another parent? Brandon.
Let me ask it another way. When we looked in the closet of the bedroom, was there a bunch of her stuff in it?
No.
That would be kind of weird considering it's the Love Hotel.
This is literally a love hotel set up for her. So
It's literally a love hotel set up for her that has a crib in it.
well, I mean, she brought the crib.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tasty. I haven't had one of these in a while. I forgot how tasty they are.
Baby crib?
No, Samuel Smith Organic Chocolate Stout.
Oh, yes, true. All right, but no, she actually brought the baby crib, and that's actually the carrier that they had. So I just couldn't find an actual like baby carrier or anything like that in any of the free assets. So that's what I picked out.
Perfect.
Okay, well, so that we call, if there's nobody that looks like a parent, just pictures of her and the kid and some other people.
There are, one person keeps on popping up in those pictures. There's probably 10, 15 pictures on this comm link. There are, of those 10, 15 pictures, she and the child are in almost all of them. But there is one other male figure that is in there probably 5 or 6 times. The rest of them are just different people each time.
Maybe a matrix search on that guy.
Yeah. Assuming my other research is completed.
Has not come back yet.
Okay.
Well, should we call Kanai then and tell her that we got half the job done and don't know what else to do?
We should definitely call her to let her know what's going on. That's for sure.
I mean, if you're going to give us a job, you shouldn't be having other jobs out there in the wind. You should close those up first, right?
I'm not going to tell the fixer how to do their job, but
I'm going to tell the fixer I want to get paid a full
So
amount.
this was her comlink, not the thugs comlink. So the thugs were not hired by Takai.
I understand that, but there's apparently another job out there.
Oh yeah, I follow. Just wanting to make sure you weren't confused.
I drive around in really big circles, like maybe 16 block circles.
go to the Undercity.
But I don't go past the same house many times. I mean, this house, this hotel, whatever. Okay, sure.
Did we get 3 numbers off of the thugs comments too? Can anybody look at those? Or I could.
Yep, seems like you should do it.
Do it.
Unless Ren wants to do some hacking too. Ren? Jay? Are you there?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just asking. You don't have to if you don't want to.
1 second here.
Have we emptied out the brain of the one thug?
You're working on it. I'm assuming that would be not its time to do this now that you're driving around.
Yeah. Well, first thing we're going to do is take care of the after effects of the Kami wearing off.
Oh,
you took Kami? Oof.
We saw a thug walking into the house. I wasn't sure how.
I'm not judging.
You're searching for what, Ren? Which one you doing?
Any hits on those 3 numbers that were on the thugs comlink?
No, not unless you want to dial them. None of them are coming up as any sort of listed number or anything along those lines.
One was the board. One was, what were the other 2?
Abort.
Extract.
and ground.
All right.
I've already aborted it for him.
And now trying that mind probe again.
J-Pop, you also know when you were looking through that comm link, the woman's comm link, you do notice a couple of encrypted files also. They look like audio files.
When I get the chance, I'll verify they don't have data bombs, and then I'll try and crack them.
Okay.
But as I said, I won't know when I'm freed up to do so.
Mind probe success with one hit, or one net hit.
Surface thoughts. He's still unconscious.
Unconscious.
Congratulations. Drop it and do it again, because this is his little acts of resistance are proving annoying.
Don't forget your MERPs.
I did mention I have gamma scopolamine.
You have what?
I have
Gamma scopolamine. Truth drug / paralytic. Good stuff.
If we have to go to regular interrogation techniques, that might actually be useful. That will be useful eventually. I'd like to try to get into a subconscious.
Okay.
That's the great part. Doesn't take long to cast.
You just gotta do it again now.
And all right.
And you have to roll better than that.
Yeah, gamma scopolamine knocks him out for about an hour. After that, it reduces willpower by 3.
All right, hit him up with the gamma scopolamine, and we'll do this again. Then we'll do this again.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, you hit him with the gamma scope. He goes unconscious, which he was already unconscious. He goes even more unconscious, and technically, he probably should die because of that. But we're not going to do that.
It would be half damage. He'd still soak or make a toxin resistance. He probably doesn't die from it, even at 0.
That's true.
This is
And
just secretly double unconscious. It's no big deal.
He starts having weird dreams.
now we're going back in after the gamma scopolamine has reduced his willpower.
All right, an hour has passed. That means, J-Pop, your search has come to fruition.
Okay. All right. The thing I was going to do is compare the comm codes on the bounty post to any of the ones on either the comm links or ones that we know.
Well, wait a sec. Shouldn't Ren's matrix search end first?
Yes, it did. Ren already got her information.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's a better success rate. And I have a lessened willpower, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Hey, you got what you wanted.
Yay! I can probe his mind for everything.
Yeah, you see Ren open up her arm compartment, and there was like 20 vials of different things in there.
Mobile doc. Yes, she is.
My good girl.
Sure, we'll accept that as the answer.
All right. So what do you get with 6 successes? 6 net. Basically everything, right?
Yeah, anything he consciously or unconsciously knows, anything I can probe his subconscious,
All right. So he was hired. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm getting this right.
Afterwards, we can swing out in front of a police station.
Actually, I take that back. I take a comment back. When you tried to analyze the comm codes that were on the thugs' comm links, they come back to a corporation called Shruga International. All right. Beyond that, I needed to get in with the mind stuffy now. All right. Let's see. All right. So he is basically what you're getting on this job is that he was hired by somebody from Evo after they did some research on them, and that I'm sorry, I take that statement back. He was hired by Evo because he works for Evo, and was hired to retrieve the baby and bring it back to them. The suspicion by the person that told him to go retrieve the baby and make up this team is that they're going to use the baby for leverage in a business deal coming up.
Seems like a poor choice. They're not very stiff.
The baby?
Yeah, they're not good
And
levers at all.
they're quite short, yeah.
What kind of fulcrum would you use?
Right, this doesn't make any sense.
Leverage.
Do we have any information on the identity of the lady?
The lady. Identity of the lady. You do know that the lady is named... the ID of the lady on their comlink does come up as Satomi Sugiyama, which was the person you were supposed to meet.
Does it say anything else about her?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Maybe we can search out Struga International. I've never heard of that.
Crap, hold on a second. Nope, I take that back. They have so much weird information in this. Anyways, that was a nanny that's right there. But the comlink was supposed to be with the baby at all times, I guess, or something like that. I think that's how this was supposed to be designed, but I'm not finding that information.
So I'm clear then. The nanny killed 3 thugs?
The nanny killed 3 thugs, yes.
Yeah, she's badass.
The nanny's comlink should have a connection back to the parent then, or to whoever hired her.
Plus, it's a burner.
Yeah, burner.
It's a pretty expensive burner, though. Anyways,
what else we going for?
I suggested a search on Struga International.
Okay.
Is that logic and intuition? I'll give it a try.
Sure, go for it.
I'll use NERPs.
Oh, nope. Okay, take my take back. This is Satomi Sugiyama.
What?
This is Satomi Sugiyama, the person laying dead.
And she was our contact.
And she was your contact, yes.
Okay, so no nanny, that's the
No
person.
nanny, correct.
So that's the mother.
We don't know that,
yes,
but we do know she's a contact.
Yeah, so the pictures in there, in the phone, do lead you to believe that she is the mother, yes. You rolled a computer with 3 successes to do... You were searching for Komatsu Limited, right? Suruga International.
International. And someone else is supposedly doing a matrix search for the face of the guy that was in the pictures.
I did not see that one roll yet, unless I missed it. All right, so Suruga International comes back as a subsidy of Evo. So basically, he was just ET phoning home.
Okay. Did we do a search on the woman's name?
You did not.
I'll do it.
All right. That's for the woman's name?
It is.
All right. Let's see. She used to work in the Pleasure District. I haven't heard from her in a while, though. You knew that. That's just in the back of your head. She's actually been off the market for a while. Broke a few hearts when she got a real safe gig working in childcare.
I guess she was a nanny too.
Hmm.
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 So we've got to deliver this bundle somewhere.
Well, I mean, the dad might be a good choice. Does
Or are we
anyone
just
want to
gonna
do a
serve
search
it up
on the
with
man,
noodles
or
and
should
be
I do
done
it?
Well, this might be the perfect time to call Miss Takai, since she's the one who hired us for the job.
Sure.
I'd still like to do a search on the man that shows up in the photos.
Go for it.
I'm not sure why it keeps using my logic instead of my intuition. My intuition should be rolling 9 dice. Let me reroll.
Okay. That's because a standard computer test is logic-based, but a matrix search is intuition-based.
I know, but I'm changing the skill in the table to intuition. It's still rolling logic for some reason.
Weird.
All right, it's much more effective this way, though. I'll add NERPs.
Okay. All right. So looking through things, you are able to do a very basic rudimentary image search with your capabilities. You kind of look over at Ren and J-Pop and like, why couldn't you guys do this? You would do it so much faster and so much better, but oh well. You kind of give them the side eye. But luckily, you actually you lucked out. Based on your information about a few of the different companies that you've heard of in this researching, that you are able to identify the individual. His name is, and I'm looking for it. Where is it? Ah, there we go. No, that isn't right. Nobu Kuramoto is the name that pops up.
Okay. And do we know what corporation he's associated with?
You know that there has been his name and Evo in the news, along with a company called Komatsu Limited.
Not the heavy industry, right?
I don't think the limited and the heavy industry are the same as far as where he is involved, but I believe they are the same as far as a company overall goes.
Tractors and such.
It's a lot of earth moving equipment.
Yes, this is not the tractors and such side of that business.
All right. Well, I mean, I figure probably what happened is that he hired Satomi to keep his kid safe because he knew Evo might try to use it as leverage in a deal that's coming up, maybe a forced takeover, and that just didn't work out well. I think we should contact him. But if you guys want to contact Ms. Kanai, that's fine too.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a choice of like 4 different contacts we could make.
So is Komatsu in a business deal with the other? What was the other company?
Evo.
Evo's the one that
They
the
are
thugs.
wanting. So there's been news of a negotiated takeover at some point in time.
And what was the company that was attached to the phone numbers?
It was Zhao Technologies.
No, they were.
Oh, I'm
that was
sorry.
attached to the
That was
Sands.
that was sorry, Suruga International, which is a subsidiary of Evo.
Once wanted it done. Come on. And the dad works for Komatsu?
The assumed dad, because he had no concrete evidence of that, that he worked for Komatsu, correct. In fact, the little bit of information that you're getting is that he's the CEO of Komatsu Limited.
Whoa.
Well, I think that's the way to go. Let's contact him.
Okay.
Well, let's check with our.
I'm wondering if we should also contact. Well, aside from our fixer, any of the Yakuza contacts that we have might be able to shed more light on it.
You can try calling some if you want.
Why would we want to bring them into this?
I assume we don't want to keep the baby and raise it ourselves.
Oh, come on. Teach it to run the shadows. Think of the stealth skill.
But what does it have to do with the Yakuza?
I think the only thing that I can think of that would be beneficial from them would be determining if somebody else had sought their permission, their blessing to run on their territory. That might lead us back. But they also probably wouldn't tell us for free, and I don't really want to pay them.
Yeah, and they might say the thugs did, and then we'd have to say, "Oops, sorry, we guess we made a mistake for."
Well, we don't have they probably don't care, like unless the thugs themselves are Yakuza.
There's that navel tattoo someone might do a matrix search on.
Well, who could do that? Oh, what is it? Like you said, it's a navel tattoo, but what is it?
All it says is that it's a tattoo that can be traced to a naval. It has a naval theme, I should say.
It's an anchor. It says "Mom."
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, it could be. Like if it's a nautical star, then that could be associated with the Vori.
Yeah.
Did I get a hit on that tattoo?
On the tattoo, yeah, you do a visual image search on it, and it comes back to Yamatetsu Naval Technologies,
Yamatetsu, okay.
So
which is the precursor to Evo, if I remember correctly.
Prevo, you might say.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it's still just the one.
Pretty much.
Okay. But this guy's been in that corp for
a while. 30 years, I think, if I remember correctly. Well, that's when Evo switched over.
Well, damn.
All right, so we got Evo all over this attempt to grab the kid. We were paid to not let them grab the kid, or we were paid to grab the kid before they did. But we still don't know where to bring it.
We call Mr. Kai.
Or we call the guy we think is probably the CEO dad.
You tell me.
Why don't we start with our fixer, because then we can at least determine what the lay of the land is.
Yeah.
Sounds good. She'll probably say she doesn't know.
Yeah, very likely, but she might say, "Oh, there's competing offers." In which case, it'll be like, "Are they nice people? Or are they awful?"
I'm agreeing. Yep, let's do it.
All right. So I call her up.
All right. Before you hit the dial button, Chummer, are you there, sir? Are you there? You're there.
Who is it?
Mr. Kai.
Okay.
Okay. Speak of the devil.
Hey, a friend has just alerted me that there's a call into the NTMP where you guys were going to, with multiple casualties at Hotel Amuse. Hopefully you're okay. But if you need a safe house, let me know. For my mistake in this, I will cover the cost of the safe house.
That is... Yes, that is definite. We could definitely use that. But we also have a couple of questions for you.
I can try to answer them as much as thoroughly as possible. Obviously, we're both in this mess together. Of course, I need to regain my face and my honor as well.
All right. The first question would be, I presume that the Johnson prepaid for this.
No, unfortunately, they did not. So I am out the money just as much as you are.
Shite.
Drop the baby.
Did the Johnson tell you, give you any details as to where we were supposed to deliver the child?
No.
Any reaction when I mentioned the child?
She would have said it's a baby, and then it would have been no. I don't know anything about that information.
Okay. I take it you didn't have a chance to do any kind of a background on the client?
I did not, but if you give me some time, I will definitely do that, and I will be able to get you some more information on this whole situation. And I may be able to exercise some of my context in the shadows to hopefully pull some new yen out of the night for all of us.
All right.
If you're amenable to that.
We are. There is apparently interest from Evo in the child. That's who initiated the bloodbath at the hotel.
That is interesting to know. Do you have any reason why you are believing that, and what interest they would have with the child?
Not specific on the interest. However, between a mind probe and information we were able to glean from the comlink,
she raises her nose visibly and sneers at the mind probe comment.
They were hired by Evo. They worked for Evo, and they were hired in order to go retrieve the child.
Dirty Shadowrunners.
So, my first inclination is to honor the wishes of the Johnson and deliver the child wherever our Johnson wanted it to be delivered to. However, if it boils down to we just need to get paid, and delivering the child to Evo isn't going to hit our reputation in any shape, fashion, or form, I suppose we could go there, but I would prefer to go with her initial wishes if we can determine what those were.
All right. I can try to find out that information, and we can go from there, is what she basically tells you.
Then we'll be waiting at the safe house.
I set a new course and I engage.
Just a side thought. I believe we've discovered that this child is a girl. Is that correct?
I think it said boy, actually. It really doesn't matter.
Okay. Because the area we're playing in, male versus female, that society tends to put a lot more value on a male.
Yeah. How many hits did we get when you sensed the baby?
6.
6? And you said there was no bioware or geneware in it?
Nope.
Because that would, if it's a prototype transhuman, if it was
I design a baby.
Bioware and geneware would show up, as the infant, and it would grow and develop as the child did. It's not like cyberware that has to get replaced as you grow.
It sounded like this is more of a conventional leverage thing.
Yeah, Nautit. I think it's just that the father is being pressured into making a deal.
I'm just double checking.
Yeah, that's good.
On that note, I will be scanning everything we took out of that place with a cyber scanner and millimeter wave radar to see if there's any trackers on it.
All right.
I would say break the guy's comlink and toss it out the window.
You're probably looking for a bug scanner. Cyber scanner doesn't usually pick up those things.
I have a bug scanner.
Specifically, what are you scanning?
Yeah, I've got one rating 6 as well.
You can also use matrix perception for everything around you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Baby.
Scan the baby.
Baby supplies, and the guy and our prisoner. And like I said, break his comlink and toss it out the window as we're driving along.
All right. Well, you do beat the rating 6 stealth tag with a 7 success matrix perception. So yes, you find a little tag in the blanket that the baby is wrapped in. And one in the diaper bag. And one in the comlink. And one in Bakemono's head.
I tag erase them all.
What?
And one in J-Pop's head.
I think this is spurious information.
And one in Ren's hand.
I look at Bakemono scans.
I'm kidding. No, you do find one in the baby's blanket and in the baby's supplies. That's pretty much it.
I have a tag eraser. I'll hand it over.
Psychometry.
I just figured I'd do it on one of the tags.
You're gonna do it on one of the tags?
I mean, it has to be an object.
Okay.
So, and I'm trying to see specifically what put the tag in there. Like, if I can get.
Okay. I will roll the object resistance, correct?
Yep.
I don't think I'm going to call that highly processed. I got to look it up, though. Hold on a second.
The modifiers are... well, there's a quick search if you just want to use A Dragon 202. Otherwise, it's in SG. It's in Streaker more.
I know, but what's the page in Core that has the object resistance table? Found it. All right. Okay, we're gonna go with a 9. Go ahead and roll.
Again, or
did you already roll? Sorry. What is the roll?
Yeah, it's built into the macro.
Oh, so it's the 4?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to use any reagents to lower my dice pool? Or no?
No. I mean, I guess there's 2 tags, so if this doesn't fly, I could always try again with the other tag.
Okay. Which one are you doing first?
We'll do the one in the diaper bag.
All right. You net 1.
Okay, let me see what it says. I just get a flash of insight, superficial or disjointed impressions.
All right, the diaper bag, you would see a gold and red and yellow and very vibrant colors. And that would be all you would get.
She was kidnapped by Iron Man.
Knew it every time.
All right, you gonna do the other one?
Yeah. Let me see how I roll. That's for, let me see how many reagents. So I have 6 regular and then 9 radical. Radical is the only thing that will reduce object resistance.
Correct.
I still have 2 edge left, so I'm going to use...
You want to do an edge? You got NERPs too. Don't forget about those.
Yeah, I'll... Good girl. Yeah, let's... Well, NERPs, and then...
Ooh, 6.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I will use 3 of my reagents to lower object resistance.
All right. So I drop down to a 6. Best I can do is tie you now. All right. And you want me to roll now, or are you going to do an edge also?
No, I think we're good.
All right. 2 successes. I rolled really good on that.
You did. Longer and deeper insights, though visions are still disjointed.
All right. You are seeing... All right. So you are seeing the same colors. You are seeing the same colors, but you are seeing a blurry face, long black hair, a dark black, cold looking hand, and a bright pink, lively looking hand holding a blanket and passing it to a wrapping up the baby. Lovingly, I might add.
I'll do one more thing just because it's been pretty quick. I don't want to make this crazy. So I'm going to assume that the blanket is going to be less object resistance to start with.
Oh, yeah.
Because the child has been swaddled in it, does it have a strong connection?
Yes, I would give you that.
So that gives me an extra +2. So I will roll my regular macro and then add the 2. All right, I'm not going to spend anything else on that, but 7 successes.
All right.
Just to read the blanket.
There you go. Okay. How many do you get with 5 net?
So it's 4+, lengthy sequences, multiple senses, coherent visions, and significant information.
All right. You see Yoriko Asakura wrapping the baby in the blanket and handing it to her mother. They are very much enjoying each other's company, and they are conversing at length.
Yoriko, eh? Now there's a reason to contact the Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely relay that information to everybody, especially our race. Whoever going to be doing the talking. This is what I see.
Yoriko's my fixer, my drug fixer.
Well, that's interesting, to say the least.
Okay.
I have her as an Aganakai enforcer.
Yep.
So can we erase those tags now, please?
You could have erased them while I was doing this. I mean, it is the tags digital information has nothing to do with psychometry. Like at all. Unless you want me to hack
Yes.
them.
Short answer is yes. I think part of the issue is that we may not have the ability, except for J-pop.
Why? All you have to do is push the button.
On a tag eraser, yeah. But
Which I handed back 5 minutes ago.
all right, well, then go ahead and do it.
Well, I step away from the vehicle controls and walk back to the passenger compartment and apply the tag eraser to the tags.
I meant whoever you handed it to, but sure.
Either
way.
So you guys do get the address for the safe house, and do start driving that direction. It does not take you long to get there.
Well, it took between 3 and 15 minutes to do the psychometry, so I make sure we don't go there until they're erased. I guess I didn't know that we didn't need to wait for that to be done, but we don't bring the tags live to the safe house.
I got you. Not a problem.
I have a
All right,
feeling
so you want to contact Yuriko or the father or the guy that we think might be the father?
well, we don't know how the father's involved in this at all, so
We know that he loves his child, and that's why it's being used as leverage.
Do we, though? It could be a blackmail type of thing, where it's like, hey, we know you have this kid, and you're not supposed to.
I guess that's true.
Yoriko seems like she has a direct connection to the mother, so she might have a good idea of the context.
I'm sold. Let's contact her.
Ring, ring, do it.
okay. I will call you my fixer.
Okay. Let's see. Which one am I reading?
Yuriko Asakura.
Well, yes, but I'm trying to figure out which part I'm reading.
I hope we all agree we're not actually going to hurt the baby, correct?
I
Correct.
don't think anybody even suggested it.
There
Okay.
we go.
It's just-
All right.
that would not be a good thing for my character.
All right. Calling up Yoriko Asakura, you see a young Japanese woman with an obvious cyber arm. From the background, it looks like she's sitting in a tea room. Before you can talk, she says, "Hey, just so you know, you aren't the first to call about the job. Soka, a young woman in my employ has gone dark. I'm looking to provide compensation for results. I'm willing to pay you each 10k new yen for the woman and another 8,000 new yen for the baby she has with to each member of your team. Do we have a deal?"
Awkward.
Well,
You might want to pass it over to me if we're going to negotiate, or are we all on the call?
Asakura-san, one moment. I will pass you to someone with more information.
Oh, Ren, I'm sorry, I did not recognize the comm link. I apologize for not being more sociable to begin, but that is the current situation if you are calling for the job.
Greetings, Eureka-san. So, who exactly would you be averse to providing a little bit more information about who this contact of yours was?
Depends. Why are you asking? She looks very suspicious at this point in time at you.
We were contacted.
In fact, she rolls a judge intentions against you.
All right.
Da da da. Let's see. Willpower, charisma, if I remember correctly. So.
Yep. And I am not employing kinesthetics, so.
Damn, she did that good. Go for it.
We were contacted more or less directly by your associate to make the delivery. Promised.
Wait, what are you talking about? My associate at a delivery? What are you talking about? This makes no sense.
We unfortunately have very limited information. We were promised. Our fixer was promised.
Your fixer? You're calling me for the job, are you not? I'm your fixer.
Context.
We are calling you because we have discovered that you have associations with the Johnson that we were initially hired by.
So you're not calling about the job that I posted?
Indirectly, yes.
I'm listening. I'm still confused.
Okay. She hired us to meet her at a location, specifically Bough. We were hired at for a total of 30,000, 21 to us, and the 9 to our to Miss Takai,
Sounds reasonable.
to pick up to come to the hotel. And I can't remember the name of the hotel that you said, but to this place, pick up a package and deliver it, and that she would tell us where. When we got there, some hired thugs from Evo were already there, had 3 of whom had been previously dispatched. Our Johnson was obviously dispatched.
You see her visibly getting angrier and angrier as you mention Evo and the fact that her friend is dispatched.
The child is alive and well.
Relief.
And one of the thugs responsible is currently with us and is currently indisposed and unconscious.
She gets an evil smile on her face.
Obviously, we would like to see this resolved as she would have desired it, and not resorting to Evo. It seems that you have an exceptional amount of information about this that would definitely be useful in procuring the fate of, or determining the fate of this infant for the best.
Roll me an
Procuring
etiquette.
the best fate for this child.
Hey, spokesperson.
8. I'm good with 8.
What were you going to say, Torgon?
I want to suggest that we could trade the remaining thug for information from her if this is going to help, because we don't really need the thug anymore.
Well, we've got a good relationship with her already. Yeah, out of character. We've got a good relationship. Yeah, we've got a good relationship with her already. And the fact that I'm mentioning how much our John, she, her associate hired us for, will potentially, work on getting us more money. The fact that we volunteer that we also have one of the thugs responsible for her demise and delivering the child to Evo is icing on the cake.
Okay.
All right. So she looks you over after you finish your story and says, first off, I want to thank you very much for securing the child. Crap. What's her name? Sugiyama was a close friend of mine and working associate for me for a good few years before she had her baby and moved off to supposed greener pastures. I tried convincing her otherwise, that the situation that she was moving herself into would be very, very dangerous due to my knowledge of the man she was moving in with, effectively. But that did not dissuade her one bit, unfortunately. Time told me and her that I was correct, and that she wanted to get the baby somewhere safe before rumors of the father doing something bad to it or manipulating it in some way happened. And so she contacted me to get all of this arranged. So technically I was your Johnson from the very beginning, but not in so much of hiring you originally, because she was. I was the destination, let's put it that way. To that end, I will honor the deal that I just informed you. I did not know of any fundage that she had, so I unfortunately, and I do not have that much funds available at the moment. So I can do 8,000 new yen for the child, since you have already informed me that my friend is unfortunately not of this earth anymore.
Yeah, but you have the funds to pay for that.
However, because you are giving me a toy to play with, as she gets very dark with her face features and her tone at that point in time, I will increase that to 10,000 each. If
So a
that is
total of
approved, a total of 10,000 total.
not the 10,000 for the determining and avenging her. Well, 10,000 for the baby and 10,000 for finding out about her associate.
Nope. Just 10,000.
Nope,
Period. End of sentence.
She's offering 10 instead of 18.
Correct, because you can't save her friend.
Yeah, but she also said she didn't have the funds to support our original agreement, which is not true.
Okay.
Maybe not liquid.
If she was offering him as a bounty, then she at least has closer than she's offering.
She does not have funds to offer the 21,000 or whatever that you were originally offered.
Okay.
She could offer 18.
She could, but she wanted 18 for her friend and for the baby. You can only deliver the baby.
She wants 8 for herself, is what you're saying.
Well, she's going to have a child to support now.
Yeah, sure. College fund.
She can go back and collect her friend. She's laid out very nicely.
Sam, that's 8 for each of us, actually.
Well, no, it's
sure.
10,000 per each for each of you. But anyways,
yeah, gotcha.
Perhaps
There are cops all over that hotel room.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we were not able to save your friend, but perhaps you could sweeten the deal a little further with, say, services of some kind, possibly equipment, possibly magical services.
she raised her eyebrow at services and like, honey, you're not my type, but I haven't done that work in a long time. But then you continued on. But anyways, go ahead and roll me a negotiate.
NERPs. And let's edge it because, yes.
Anybody want to assist him?
He doesn't want me assisting him. I know that much.
He does. He does want you.
I normally would, but it was pretty crowded in the talking there.
Feel free to add in if you want to.
You should do it.
Sweet. Torgon added one. And he was untrained at that. Sweet.
Yeah, I got it right here.
I should never negotiate.
That additional 3, that makes you, adds to your, you can still take 1 technically.
Yeah, all right, so
6 total at the moment is where you're sitting.
6 total at the moment, and I was looking at
Edge.
Sorry, I hate to confuse things, but that's including my Crimson Sky, so let me make a roll to see what gets removed.
Because it's, I follow.
So remove 1 success for me, so only 2.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see if that actually removes a success.
Does not.
No, it does not. Fantastic. But that's only 22 on the reroll with edge. So it's 23.
Okay.
Mhm. So I believe we were looking at 6 plus 5 is 11.
And your limit is?
My limit is 13 because of the 2 assists.
Splendid. She's rolling 4 dice. because. She had 1 success. So you net 10. So she will add an additional 1,000 new yen, so 11,000 total.
Okay. Not potentially more in like equipment or material.
Well, hold on. I take this take the statement back. She will add 2,000 new yen each, or 2,000 new yen each, so it'll be 12 total. And she will. Let's see. I don't think she will do a. She will ask you what you were thinking as far as other trade, or if money would just be preferred.
Do we usually get an opportunity to barter?
No.
J-Pop immediately starts flipping through and looking at the really expensive like vehicles and whatnot. And he goes, probably can't get a 1 million new yen. Yeah.
If you could provide us with access to some of the more hard to find equipment. I know some of my associates have cyberware. Some of us enjoy vehicles. Some of us enjoy magical foci. But access to being able to purchase something that would normally be far beyond our normal availability. Basically, we want to buy shit, but we want a high availability that we can choose from.
Okay. I can do this. I can either give you the additional 2,000 new yen to make it 12, or I can give you a 10% discount on services through me. But you still have to roll for availability and all that kind of stuff for her. But she'll just be 10% off the top.
Over DNI. Which choice do we go with, gang?
I'm with the 12,000 yen.
I'll take the money.
Wait.
All right.
Can you repeat that? So it's the 12 grand, or she gives us 10% discount?
No, it's 10 grand and a 10% discount on purchases through her as normal, not just up to some availability number, or 12 grand, period, end of sentence.
And she's a fixer mainly, right?
She is a fixer, but she is magical.
Yeah, but doesn't a fixer usually give you a surcharge for buying things through them?
So technically, yes. By the mission's rules, effectively, she is waiving that charge.
Yeah, that's not worth it, so
in
take
addition,
money.
All right. Well, I'm looking at buying a power focus in the future, so I would have gone for the 10%, but it sounds like it's going for the 12 grand total.
I'll go with whatever the party chooses, but I'm basically a non-magical.
Okay.
Same.
You know what? I will take the comment back. It'll be 20%. That way, it's 10% off. Her normal fee is gone, and the 10% off the book value of the thing.
Okay, so an actual 10% discount on items.
An actual 10% discount on items. Yes, effectively.
Okay, maybe. Let me check the wants list.
You did have 10 net successes on me, so I will.
That was a lot of hits.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see here. There are a bunch of implants that I want. Yoriko.
Ooh, she does implants?
Well, she's a fixer, so she can get anything.
I have her as an enforcer, by the way, so I don't even know.
Well, enforcer, fixer, yeah, same difference. Well, I shouldn't say same difference, but the difference between the two are the same thing.
Okay, type, swag, fine. Good. I have her at C3.
She is a connection 4 in season 10, just to let you know.
Oh, okay. Well, upgrading that. Okay. I have her at loyalty 1.
I have her at 3.
Well, you say you should have her higher than that.
Yeah, after season 6, we should have her, or after the previous season, we should all have her at a 3.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't remember dealing with her that often.
It was at least, at least 3 times.
All right, cool. Well, that's a different ball game then. It's still going to be steep, but I think in that case it probably is worth it because I need to upgrade a bunch of wear, and that's going to be expensive.
I have her at higher, but that's because I started with her.
So according to the guide or the FAQ, she is usable for getting jobs, buying drugs, fencing gear, and street rumors. But you can buy stuff through her also.
What's a street groomer? A barber?
Street rumor. Yes, and for that you get a point of the edge back.
Next character I'm building is going to have a shaggy dog.
She will know how to groom it.
Perfect. Done. All right. Yeah, in that case, I guess it may be worth it. I mean, buying drugs is not super expensive usually.
No, unless you're going crazy pharmaceutical grade or designer grade or whatever.
So just to be totally, absolutely 100% clear, we can or cannot buy other things through her.
Yeah, you can buy other things. Anything you want. Anything that she could feasibly get through her Connection 4 Loyalty 3, plus any extra money you wanted to throw at that for buying more dice.
Right. So, like, she can roll for anything, despite her flavor text saying that she's a drug dealer.
I am making that call right now, yes.
Cool beans. All right. Yeah, then it's worth it.
She is going to leverage her shadow contacts and the Yakuza itself to get you what you want.
Yeah, I agree. I want the second deal now.
It's mainly the difference between if you want money directly or if you plan on spending a lot of money. Because if you plan on spending a lot of money, she may be worthwhile then.
I'm planning on spending hundreds of thousands of neon.
In one go.
Liar.
Yes.
You have that? Jeez.
Almost certainly.
Man, I missed out on a lot of these Kentucky and whatnot ones. I didn't realize you guys were making bank the whole time.
It's more the fact that classically Basil doesn't spend any money.
True. He has not spent much of anything, if anything, since the beginning of the game, even though I specifically gave him a quality to force him to buy stuff.
Yeah, but that quality says you can save up for it expensively.
Yes, I know, and that's the downfall.
I purchased a chem sniffer ring last time we played.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's my fault for making the character too perfect from the get-go, right?
Too perfect.
So what's the quality that you're referring to? I guess
Latest and greatest.
Oh, right. So if you do buy, actually that's the one where you're constantly
Yeah, you're compelled to keep up buying and upgrading things, but it also says you can save up for a really expensive purchase.
Yes, and that's what he's doing.
That's what I'm doing, and now I have a really big discount.
Yep.
Well, damn. All
So
right.
you can save up for a bigger purchase then with that discount.
Just keeps
Yeah,
going.
the cycle just continues.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
All right, cool. So we were trying to come to an agreement, a consensus then?
Yes. Well, you don't have to do a consensus. You can choose one or the other if you would prefer.
Okay, so it is by person.
By person.
Okay, do you want us to ping you, or we'll just record it on the sheet, or what?
Yeah, just tell me I'll print off both sheets, or I'll do two different PDFs, and you can download whichever one you want. Does that work?
Okay.
I mean,
That'll work.
Sure.
But all right.
But yeah, if you guys want to put in the Discord chat who's taking what, I will put your specific names in there so that we know. All right. Beyond that, she tells you to meet at Hotel Pasha, which is her normal her hotel, at 2 a.m. and bring the child.
All right.
Cool. And when did we start this job, by the way?
You started this job at 10 p.m. So it's only 2 hours away, which you've already killed 2 hours effectively.
Groovy. All right, and so we scanned for tags and zapped any potentials that we found. We called, we figured out where we need to go, we know the context. So we're just trying to avoid complications.
Yep.
Until then, right? Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so we've accomplished what we're supposed to do. We're hanging out at a safe house.
Yep. But what time is that meeting supposed to happen? Sorry.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. So we got 4 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours.
All right. We want to wait here, or should we just go mobile on the van and move around?
Either way, Bakemono is going to give the spirit a standing order to protect and serve, basically.
Always wondered why everyone doesn't do that.
Well, because sometimes you only have one service.
And it only lasts per scene for the most part.
Well,
The order lasts per scene for the most part.
Maybe, yeah. Assistant combat is kind of wishy-washy because it does a lot of things.
All right. Anyone else want to do something before, in the meantime?
Bakemono smokes from his pipe and does whatever people are doing.
So whoever's taking care of the baby, I need you to do something. Who is taking care of the baby?
Nose goes, quick.
Unless anyone else claims that I will.
Well, Ren was carrying it, so.
Yeah, that's true. Ren was carrying it. All right. So you have a choice of rolling either a charisma plus intuition, a charisma plus logic, a charisma plus animal handling, and I'll get the parents in the group with that roll right there. And or if you really want to download a no soft for taking care of a baby, that skill right there.
Mombot.
She probably already has.
Well, you did say it earlier, and I wasn't sure if you were joking or not, so.
I mean, that is literally part of her build, is that.
Okay.
What, is being Mombot?
What rating did you download it at?
4.
Okay. So you need to hit a 5 at the moment on your threshold. Because the
They said that was charisma?
Well, what a regular knowledge skill roll, including that no soft, or was it an active skill that you got?
It was a no soft academic, interest, language, professional, street.
Probably street, but you can purchase them however you want to tie them. So
I feel like that's something I would have had with me in Colombia.
Professional baby care.
probably
stuff.
professional would be appropriate. So I think that's logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think it left on the back porch. And I didn't think
If you wanted to tranquilize the baby, I have a medicine roll for you to know for that one. Hey!
Oh.
Ren rocks it out of the park.
Not.
Your arms are moving crazy fast as you change the diaper, powder the butt cheeks, comb the hair, wipe the tears off, put the pacifier in the mouth, prepare a bottle, pull the pacifier back out of the mouth, put a bottle in the mouth, and rock him to sleep.
Probably.
Doesn't Ren have multiple arms or something?
She has 4 arms, yes.
There you
Exactly.
go. Perfect.
General
That's
Grievous
great
taking
to see
care.
when she started
General
passing.
Grievous taking care of a baby is all I can see now.
Perfect.
The arms split off with the 4 different things in her different hands. That's terrible.
All right, and one of our arms splits open into a toolkit. So
That's funny.
Baby toolkit.
That's to entertain him while you're preparing everything else. All right, so you are able to maintain the baby for a good duration with that, and get him to fall back asleep. And 2 o'clock rolls around, and so you guys had gotten into the vehicle and drove over to Hotel Pasha. Rocks fall, you all die. Baby survives.
Oh. We'll put these here.
All right, so I have no reason to do this scene because the reason for it disappeared. So, yay, you advance straight to the end.
Cool.
Delivering the package to Yoriko Asakura. Arriving at the familiar Middle Eastern theme of Hotel Pasha, the AR tastefully matching adds to the colorful mosaics and arched doorways. Following the guidance, you head back to the office where you're greeted by the young orc woman who offers you tea and lets you know that the manager will be with you shortly. After only a few moments, a young woman in elegant traditional garb enters the room. She greets the hostess and then each of you in turn with warm greetings. And continues, I am deeply saddened that you were unable to rescue Satomi. While I warned her about men of power, she failed to heed it. Thankfully, you have rescued her child, and I will do all I can to see that she is taken care of. Oh, it's a she, okay. And given the right upbringing. You have handled yourselves as the professionals that you are. Yoriko nods to her hostess, who then sets the plates containing a cookie and a cred stick in front of each of you. Yoriko nods a quick farewell to each of you as she scoops up the baby with her left hand and heads out the door, unless you have any questions for her.
Well, where do you, is she summoning somebody to come take care of the extra?
She says, leave that trash exactly where he is.
In the fancy hotel.
I'm assuming you brought him in there with you.
Yeah.
Probably. Fetch the comfy chair.
That'll teach him.
Exactly. I'm assuming you kept him unconscious as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. All right. That be it. That'd be the mission, guys.
So what is it that we skipped at the end there that we didn't do because we avoided it?
Probably them tracking us down.
Because you disabled and got rid of the tracking bugs and whatnot, the hackers from the various factions that could have ambushed you at the safe house or on the route to Hotel Pasha, did not have any way to track you, except through magical means, and that would have taken hours, and you didn't have that much time.
Sweet.
So you actually avoided 2 fights.
Neat.
Wait.
We should scan for tags more often, I guess.
Because you scanned for
always.
tags, exactly.
I feel like they probably still could have spotted us, narratively speaking, if we wanted to. But
I mean, the only way in my mind they could have, if they would have been able to somehow infiltrate into the NTMP cordon of the crime scene and find any sort of astral signature or video evidence of you guys, and therefore trace you from there to wherever. But since you were,
they were looking for, they knew they were looking for a baby, right?
correct.
So they could have searched for the baby.
Well, yes, but they would have also had to have genetic material if you're talking about a magical search power.
No, they just had to know what it looks like or an astral impression.
Which they did not have.
Okay, yeah. So they just knew a baby. They didn't know the
Correct.
baby. Gotcha. Okay.
Correct. Hence the tracking bug in there, and they would have hacked it and found it and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
It's funny because I actually did wonder to myself, like, how the thugs found out where the baby was, and then I just like, well, it's just sloppy writing.
No, there's actually a tracking bug in there. So that is it.
Technically, the truth serum on that guy would have been working for the rest of the evening.
Say that one more time.
The truth serum in that guy, in the thug, would have been running for another, like, 8 to 10 hours. So
sweet.
they're going to have some fun.
Yeah. Yoriko has some skills that will entertain people, like, with that stuff in them.
I mean, he's a goon. He probably doesn't know a lot, but, you know, anything's better than nothing.
So
he'll be making stuff up by the end of the night.
So Torgon, Nautit, Cowabunga, Bakemono are all taking the discount, correct? Anybody else?
Sure, I'll take it.
Ren will take it because, you know.
So I found out why changing my logic to intuition did not reflect properly in the computer roll.
Yeah.
It's because there's 2 character sheets there, and apparently I was using the one it didn't think I was using.
Awkward.
I see.
Same problem that Torgon had.
Strange.
Maybe you'd be kind enough to delete one of them.
Sure.
Big benefit for never buying anything.
The top one would be good. Yeah, but I still have to go through and see if, like, any skills were improved or anything like that.
Yeah, any little weird wonkiness. So it's still a long way off before Bakemono can get what he needs to get, but at least it will be a little bit cheaper.
Take this up.
Is there anything, aside from those 2 combats, is there anything we missed?
Nope, that's it. So technically there's an option for 3 different groups to ambush you at those 2 locations. It depends on who you contact and who you talk to and who you agree with. There's actually 4 different people you could call, Yoriko being one of them, as far as to who to give the baby to.
So it sounds like calling the father would have gotten us an ambush.
Actually, yes. Well, calling anybody would have gotten you an ambush by one of the other parties, if not multiple of the other parties.
So don't try to quadruple dip, is the lesson.
Unless you can clone a baby. So
we could probably theater.
This is one of the few missions that actually was tying to or hinting at the future of what of season 11 and season 12 of Neo Tokyo, but those two never got made. So this is one of the few missions that actually has a little bit in the background of this one, of that stuff. And none of you found it.
Oh, interesting. So it's nothing to do with the Evo then.
It has nothing to do with Evo, correct?
Interessante.
So what was the one thing we didn't find? I'm sorry, I missed that.
There is a
background stuff
for season 11 and 12, when and if they would have been made. As far as the it's kind of the intro to what's going to be happening.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
I don't know how many notes exist for that, but it might be a fun fan project.
Not much.
Stuff happens in Japan.
Pretty much.
But I remember them asking where those seasons should happen, and it being decided to be elsewhere, right?
Was that
no.
before 6?
That was it was before 6. They were planning at least one, if not two more seasons in Neo Tokyo, because it's always going to be a 4-season stint, despite the lack of popularity.
As far as I know, everything that had been written up had basically made its way into the CMPs.
I believe it has been, but I don't think it was. I don't think everything had been fleshed out completely.
I'm surprised Neo Tokyo was unpopular. I liked it.
I did too.
I mean, it was interesting, culturally interesting, but I think a lot of people who play Shadowrun enjoy the big guns.
Yeah, I didn't think that it worked out. At the very beginning of it, I didn't care for it because it was a lot more, socially thing. But it was better the more and more I played it. I really liked it. It was a good change.
You see, I like Neo Tokyo because of the social aspect that was required.
But you're also a social player.
Yes.
But here's the thing, like, there are lots of times in Neo Tokyo, and the first time through I didn't even play the CMPs, where big guns come out. I'm like, well, okay, so I guess it's not really you can't do it. It's harder. Like, there's a Barrett just in there.
But when people are creating their characters, they're told to stay away from the big guns.
Yeah. So part of it is the communication aspect, for sure.
It's like, you can have a big gun, just you have to be really careful about where you keep it, how you bring it out,
be sneaky.
Well, where and when you bring it out, and how you transport it, because
I still find it hilarious that people showed up at that first convention and were told, everybody had been given the guide ahead of time saying, you got to build these characters this way and with no guns, and and then people showed up and, hey, welcome to the Caribbean.
Yeah, awkward.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I will always remember about playing through seasons 9 and 10 was Doorknob. My group of friends have taken to calling him Doorknob. He was the one, his first character had 3 qualities on the same character: Orc Poser, Elf Poser, and Faceless. And was upset that, no, that does not work together like that. So he turned around and he made it.
How did he expect it to work? I'm curious.
I have no frickin' idea.
My guess is that he thought it was probably temporary. He could make himself look like an orc or look like an elf or be faceless.
I see.
I'm just guessing.
It's possible.
Well, his remake of the character wasn't much better. He built a rigger. He had a rotodrome that, which was actually kind of useful, except he had a weapon mounted on the rotodrome that, while technically was legal, also made it extremely visible. He had a crossbow mounted on the drone.
Well,
He thought because technically the crossbow was legal, as far as weapons go in Neo Tokyo, that nobody would give a roto drone with a crossbow a second look.
well.
Should have put a jaunty green hat on top of it.
A roto drone with a crossbow. No, that's not going to work. He was an idiot.
It could have been worse. But like, I don't know. The thing about a lot of these restrictions is more down to how strictly they are policed.
Yeah, and on that topic, I'm not sure that we been paying attention to like the level of magic spells? Isn't it supposed to be anything higher than third level?
A combat, anything combat above level 3 can do it. And yeah, pretty much we haven't been paying attention because you guys wipe your signatures within like 3 seconds.
No.
Well, also, there's the whole anything greater than level 3, certain of the quote-unquote banned spells like, Mind Probe, etc., if one of the Watcher spirits going, or, the Neo Tokyo police have going around, level 6 spells, higher than rank 3 can be overlooked by the cops if they're like Stun Bolt or Stun Ball, and you're using them, and you're using them when you've obviously in a self-defense kind of a measure. It's like, oh look, we got jumped. I throw a power 6 stun ball, at the group, and there happens to be a Neo Tokyo Watcher, somebody in the astral, from Neo Tokyo Police watching. That's like stun ball. They're handling it. We're going to respond because of the weapons that they were being attacked with, but we're not going to hold it against the mage because he used non-lethal force. At least that's the way I had it explained to me at the table.
That makes sense. It's in line with the no deadly force idea.
Yeah.
I was going to say Ren walks around unarmed, but that's clearly a lie.
She has 4.
Heavily armed.
He is in fact forearmed.
Aha!
But bump.
There it
There
is.
it is. Okay, I think I finally have this right. All right, so you guys get six karma.
Okay.
You will get Miss Takai as an additional loyalty. You will get Yoriko as an additional loyalty. And a reminder, she is a connection 4 at this point in time. You will get +1 street cred, regardless of your choices of what you're doing. All right, and I have... if you chose money, you get 12,000 new yen. If you chose the discount, you get 10,000 new yen. I think I have all that right.
Sounds good to me. Ms. Takai, what is her connection on loyalty?
5.
And she's a fixer.
Correct. Well, yes.
Connection 5, loyalty 1, right?
Correct.
I thought we already had her from previously.
You do.
And we had gotten her up to a 2 or a 3 previously.
I honestly don't remember.
The better is a 3-1, so it'll be a. So she's a 5 now, it seems.
Correct. According to this, she moved up.
Okay, so 5-2.
What's her metatype since we have that in our minds?
Human.
Middle age.
I believe so. Hold on a second. I shall try to find her. Nope, she doesn't exist. She was so poorly designed that they didn't even bother to give her a block.
All right, well, while we're at it then, is Tetsuya Sakai, did his connection go up?
No, he's dead. Oh, no, it's Takai? Hold on a second. I do not know on him. Specifically said in the FAQ or the guide that her connection had gone up, so that's why I made that comment. Yoriko's went up.
Okay.
Let me pull it up, see if I can tell you.
And also Miss Takai's went up.
Yes. Well, she's not even in the guide either, so... Tetsuya did not go up.
So he's a 4.
Correct.
How about Higayori, 6?
Who?
Oh, maybe that's my own guy. And Noboru?
Noboru is still a 4.
Yoriko is an orc?
Yoriko is an orc.
What? Yoriko?
Yep.
No, I'm better as a human female.
Nope.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Tetsuya Sakai was an orc. He's an Oni, technically.
Yeah.
Did somebody not read the
Sakai-
previous season on dating things?
Probably. I wouldn't be shocked, exactly. I don't know, it doesn't actually say in her thing, but she looks like a human to me, but I don't know why there would have been...
Yeah, oddly enough, for the Inagawa Kai, the only metahuman that I have on my list is Sakai.
That's it.
Curious.
Groovy.
All right. So I guess the only other thing you did miss in this session, I can tell you, is if you were for some reason shopping for weapons or something along those lines because you were underpowered against anybody, Oba-chan's Books, which is the store right next to where your safe house is right now. If you know the secret passphrase, you can go into the basement where she is a armorer, and she can give you she can sell you guns and ammo.
I got her in a very different mission that I guess the GM just decided to throw it in. I can't remember who was running that one. And oddly enough, or I should say probably fittingly enough, the character that I was playing was the one person didn't need an arms dealer. He just threw stuff.
All right. Well, with that, we are done.
Thank you.
And we're early by 2 hours. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It's amazing what happens when you get rid of 2 scenes.
Yeah, when you don't fight.
Yeah, maybe that helps a lot.
Combat's
Stunning.
long.
Exactly. All right, guys, you have a good night, and I will see some of you Sunday for continuation of the final Kentucky mission.
Saturday.
Right?
Saturday. Said that wrong. Saturday. You're right. You're
Awkward.
right.
6 o'clock Eastern time.
Correct.
No, that works. I'll be snowed in. So
That's the plan.
It's snowing where you're at?
it will be that day. 6 inches. 6 inches.
Where you live
Yeah,
at?
that,
Virginia, in the valley.
I'm jealous because I've been wanting snow up here for like the last 2 weeks, and it's been raining.
pretty much all across the eastern seaboard, except for like Florida, is supposed to get pretty hit. I still don't have any faith. I think it's going to be slush and just depressing.
Northwest Ohio, where it should be getting like 30s and 40-degree weathers, has had 50 for the last 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I dig it.
We went tubing, snow tubing last weekend, but it was manufactured snow.
Ice tubing.
Yeah. We're getting ready. We're going to be doing our first ski trip in 2 weeks, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully there's snow.
Where do you go? Where's there like a third dimension in Ohio?
So we actually go to northern Michigan, or we'll go to New York or somewhere like that. There's
a giant skateboard ramp.
There's a small resort about an hour south of us that usually has good snow. It's all manufactured, obviously, but it still has good, decent snow for most of the January, February, March time frame. But it's called Snow Trails.
Okay. Don't know that one. I work at a resort. That's the only reason I was asking.
Gotcha. Yeah, we've been to Holiday Valley, and we go up to Boyne in Michigan.
Okay. Well, it's pretty far, but if any of y'all ever end up in Massanutten in Virginia, just give me a holler first.
All right, cool. We've gone to Snowshoe, West Virginia.
Oh, I know Snowshoe.
Snowshoe's fun. Snowshoe's nice.
Oh, yeah, that's a great resort.
Anyways, all right, guys. I will talk to you later, and have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for running. Thanks.
Have a good one. See you Saturday.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.